for thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up? This that boy Coach Malachi Williams in the building. We back. New Media Today USA Boxing. We back. New Media Today USA Boxing on a Saturday. You know, I normally chill on Saturdays. You know what I mean? But I say, man, you know what I mean, man. I got to go in. We got to go hard, man. Pause. We got to go hard, man. Make it do what it do. We know we do have a fight coming up tonight. I am going to go live for the fight. Jamel Herring and Shakur Stevenson. So now, you know, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button for the old boy. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button for the old boy. Also, shout out to everybody that's on Facebook that's watching this live. Shout out to everybody on Twitter that's watching this live. You see what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and put this microphone down a little bit more. And it is what it is, man. We're going to allow YouTube to send out the notifications on the chitlin circuit to the YouTube universe and just basically, man, make it, you know, make it do what it do, man. Make it do what it do, man. You know what I mean? So, hope everybody enjoying themselves, having a good Saturday. Good evening to everyone that's in the UK. You know what I mean? I know it's like 8 o'clock, little after 8. Good evening to everyone that's in the UK. You know, we're going to spend a special shout out to Lady Shan. You know what I mean? She's going through a little something right now, man. So, special shout out to Lady Shan. Keep her in your prayers, guys. And also, man, salute to everyone. Not only in the UK, but salute to everyone in America right now today, man. There's a lot of things, a lot of people going through in life, but man, you know, through perseverance, we will get through it. But today, the old boy is here to cheer everybody up today. I'm here to cheer everybody up. I'm feeling good. It is what it is. And when you come over here, you come over here to get a show. We're going to do, you know how we do it. We're going to talk a little boxing, do a little laughing, crack a little jokes. You know what I mean? Sip a little bit, drink a little bit. You know what I mean? Smoke a little bit. You know what I mean? Talk a little trash to the fanboys, and we're going to get it in. So anyways, let's give everybody a round of applause. Everybody a round of applause, man. Everybody a round of applause. You feel me, dog? It is what it is. And guess what? We're going to do this OJ Jew-Man style. We are going to do this OJ the Jew-Man style. All right, let's do this OJ Jew-Man style.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to the Queen Isabel.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Halim in the building.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to my brother Charlo.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Akon. What's happening, bro?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Hector Garcia. What's going on, my bro? Hector Garcia, my main man.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to John Mayfield with the Lake Reed, baby.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to who else we have? Andy C in the building.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Goodwin. Goodwin, what's going on, fam?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to I ain't gonna even say nothing about this. Say nothing to this troll. I see the troll here. I will not respond to you. Shout out to Steel Shelf.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Seattle Boxing Talk. What's going on, bro?
Hey, okay.
He said, you putting money on the fight? No, I'm not.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Alex Soto. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Javon Soto with the Lake Reed.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to who else we have? Steel Shelf. What's going on, bro?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Drummond for Life. For life. You feel me?
Hey, okay.
Let's see. Shout out to who else we have? Shout out to Uncle Dave Zilla. What's going on, fam?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Chick. What's going on, bro?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Mar the Machine.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to George H. What's happening?
Hey, okay.
Uncle Dave Zilla.
Hey, okay.
Who else we got? Ali Muhammad. What's going on, bro?
Hey, okay.
JC in the building.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to the Queen, Arlette.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to, you know what? Shout out to Irish Boxing Bro.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Adam. What's going on, fam?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to let's see. shout out to Bruce Goes, man. I'm sitting there laughing at what some of you guys said in the chat. He said he saw it. I just laughed at the troll. Yeah, the troll come over here. Let him stay over here. You know, he contributed to the watch time hour, so he ain't bothering me at all, whether he know it or not. Shout out to Bruce Goes. What's going on, fam?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to 702 Man Cave. What's happening?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Alex Soto. What's going on, bro?
Hey, okay.
John Doe. What up, Doe?
Hey, Okay.
And I think that's it, man. That's it for right now, man. I think that, we're gonna let everybody, today's Saturday, you know what I mean? So we're gonna rock out, make it do what it do right now, man. And we're gonna talk about this fight. Also, man, the good news is, Devin Haney finally has an opponent. It's a little cool in here, man. I had a ceiling fan on. I had a ceiling fan blowing. Devin Haney finally has an opponent. Finalmente. He has an opponent. Finally. You know what I mean? And I'm happy for him. Happy for Devin Haney and also happy for Jojo Diaz. You know what I mean? Because, I was like, damn, man, Jojo Diaz pulled out of the fight, with Devin Haney. And the narrative that was being pushed was that these guys are ducking Devin Haney and yada, 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 yada. And I was one of the guys. I'm like, man, wait a minute. 3 guys pull out of a fight with him for the year? But then Jojo Diaz did clarify. He said, listen, man. He said he was offered more money to fight Ryan Garcia. This is why he turned down the fight with Devin Haney in order to fight Ryan Garcia for $1.5 million. So apparently, Team Haney stepped up because they're supposed to be their own bosses, right? They said they're their own bosses, right? Okay, cool. So boss Devin Haney went on ahead and paid the man $1.5 million, the same amount of money that he was going to make fighting what the brother name on the Instagram model name Ryan Garcia. He offered him the same amount of money that he was going to make on the fight Ryan Garcia, and Jojo Diaz stepped up and took the fight. Right? I have the receipts over here, guys. I do have the receipts, so don't worry. The old boy keep the receipts. You know me, the old boy keep the receipts now. Y'all know me. The old boy do keep the receipts. Anyways, I got Jojo Diaz right here. Who else I got? I got Mike Carpenter. Let's see. I like to show the receipts. Also, I got something else to tell you guys about too. Remember yesterday, Peter Von Arx was here. He was saying that Terrence Crawford pulled out of the fight because he had an injury. Guess what, guys? I found that article. I found the article, guys. We're gonna get into this. Let's salute to Leo. Leo, what's going on? Postman, what's happening? Bruce Goals once again. Who else we got in the building that just showed up? Andy C. And I think that's it. That's all we're gonna do right now. Let's get into this, guys. Now, I like to read my little notes before we get into the show. You see what I'm saying? Now, will Jojo Diaz be too much for Devin Haney? I'm gonna tell you what I mean by that. Devin Haney also wanted a rematch clause. I think that's what was taking so long with the negotiations with that particular fight. But now I think they got over the hump. I think Jojo Diaz went ahead and granted him the rematch clause, right? Now, will Jojo Diaz be too much for Devin Haney? That is the question, right? But guess what? We are going to find out soon because this fight is going down like the Titanic. And according to reports, this fight is scheduled for somewhere between December the 3rd or December the 4th in Las Vegas. So this fight is going down. Right? Shout out to the troll who gave me a $5 super chat. I appreciate you, troll. I really appreciate you. Yeah, you want me to recognize it, you're gonna have to pay me. Shout out to Pablo Escobar.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, okay.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy. Pablo Escobar says LDBC strong. Okay.
To this day.
All right, let's keep going. Now, back to what I was saying. Jojo Diaz, as you guys know, he is the current interim WBC champion. And it is looking to, and pretty much I think Jojo Diaz, for him to take this fight, not only is he getting paid the kind of money that he wants, but also he took this fight because I think it's safe to say that would like to be the next WBC lightweight champion of the world. I think it's safe to say to do that, right? Now, Devin Haney now has an opportunity to finally silence his detractors and his critics with a signature win over Jojo Diaz. He finally has an opportunity to do that because everybody's been saying that Devin Haney ain't fought nobody. You fought nobody, man. This is what Teofimo Senior said. It was hilarious what he said. It was just the way he said it, the conviction in which he said it, right? You see what I'm saying? Now, Devin Haney also wanted a rematch clause in the fight, guys, just in case he loses. So let me get this straight, guys. I'm gonna let you guys know. Anytime any fighter asks for a rematch clause in the fight, he does so as a safety precaution, just in case he loses the fight. That it's not a one and done. He can always try to come back and get some get back. Every fighter does it. Every fighter who is quote unquote the A side does it. Every fighter does it, guys. Wilder did it with Fury. Canelo does it, and everybody with all his fights. Joshua does it. Everybody, every A-side fighter does it. You see what I'm saying? Just to let you know, right? Depending on the situation. Floyd Mayweather used to do it. It is what it is. Now, as I said before, a lot of Devin Haney detractors say he hasn't fought anybody. Guess what? And even Teofimo Senior said that Devin Haney hasn't fought anybody. Told him that in his face at the DAZN event at the Mikey Garcia fight, right? Now, boxing fans should be excited about this fight because all we want to do is what? All we care about is that we want to see the fights. We want to get the fights. That's all we want, guys. Boxing fans, we just want to get the fights. So this is why we should be excited about the fights because we want to see the best fight the best. That's all we care about as boxing fans. Fanboys care about protecting their fighters. Boxing fans care about seeing their fighter fight the best out there. So it clears all doubt that your fighter is the best fighter. You know what I mean? We don't put fighters in protective custody over here. Not with New Media Today USA Boxing. Not over here. You see what I'm saying? You know, we are the Fanboy Killer Channel. We hate fanboys. We run them off the block. They still come over here, though. They still come over here, but that's good. Maybe it's something that I can give a fanboy that maybe resurrect him from his mental grave. Who knows? Maybe he'll wake up listening to the old boy. Maybe they won't. But guess what? Either way it go, we're going to make it do what it do over here. And we still going, man. Shout out to all of the subscribers, man, who took the time out to subscribe. We started this journey 10 months ago. 10 months later, we have 7,000 subscribers. I can tell you guys that me being a marketer and me studying this YouTube thing for a little bit, I can tell you that this channel is in the 2% projectile of people who get that kind of subscribers in such a short period of time. It's very hard to do. It's not easy. You literally have to know what you're doing. We don't buy subscribers. You can literally, this software that I have where I can literally go on each person's channel, look at their subscriber and see which IP addresses their subscribers come from. You can do the same on my channel. We don't buy subscribers over here. It is what it is. Do your research, do your investigation. You can see. It's real. It's not Buddha Dean. Buddha Dean in Florida, that's the old saying that we have. Buddha Dean means fake. It's not fake over here. It is what it is. But back to what I was saying, guys. Salute to everybody who subscribed, man. Let me give everybody who subscribed, man, who helped me get to 7,000 subscribers, a round of applause. Really appreciate that. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're right here rocking with the old boy. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. Now, the question is this. The question is this, guys. Will Devin Haney get credit if he beats Jojo Diaz? That's a good question. Because Devin Haney got a lot of people who don't like him. Devin Haney got a lot of people who do like him. Will Jojo Diaz get credit if he beats Devin Haney? That's a good question, right? Or will Devin Haney be exposed as the hype job a lot of his critics and detractors say that he is? Because a lot of people say, man, Devin Haney just a little hype job. Jojo Diaz going to be the one to expose him for the hype job that he is. So if he loses to Jojo Diaz, people would say that, man, he got exposed as the hype job that he is. Right? And if he beats Jojo Diaz, will he get the credit? We'll find out. Let's talk about it. Now, guys, let me go ahead and address the chat, man. The Queen says, congrats, Coach. Yeah, I appreciate that, Queen. Shout out to the Queen, Lisa Bells. George J say, tell him, Coach, the best fight the best is all that matters to the fans. That's all that matters, though. That's all we care about. The best fighting the best. We ain't putting no fighters on protective custody. We ain't capping for them. We ain't doing none of that. We ain't doing none of that. Shout out to my main man, Javon Soto.
Hey, okay.
He said, I like Devin Haney, but there's nothing boogeyman about him. Based on what Jojo will be his biggest fan. Hey, man, you know, they say, shout out to Chris the Greatest. They say, they say that Devin Haney is the boogeyman of the lightweight division.
To this day.
They say, but Devin Haney is the boogeyman of the lightweight division. True. That's what they say. I ain't say this, but that's what they say. The they say is. Who is they, Coach? I don't know. I don't think they have a name, or I don't know what pronoun they have, but we just say they. They say. You know what I mean? They say, you know what I mean, that Devin Haney is the boogeyman of the division. Everybody ducking Devin. Everybody ducking Devin. Devin Haney, Bill Haney, I know you watching it. Bill Haney, you be all on the Chitlin circuit. And I do understand, Bill Haney, that you are, I think you have a percentage of the Alphabet Boy community, and You have to do what the Alphabet Boys tell you to do for the most part. You want to keep a good relationship with them. I get that, Bill. But when you're your own boss and you're a millionaire, you don't bow down to no goddamn YouTube channels. Just take that in consideration, Bill. Anyways, yeah, but let's see. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the like button. He said cakewalk for Haney, his toughest fight for sure. But he should walk him down easy. Okay, so oh man, god damn, man. Shout out to Major Key Boxing.
Hey, okay.
He says, congrats on the 7,000 sub. Cool. Yeah, I appreciate that, Major Key, man. You know, I appreciate that. Shout out to Andy C. He say it's very, very hard to do. Trust me. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Shout out to David Frazier.
Hey, okay.
He said, keep grinding, coach. Yes, sir, we will. We gonna be at it. We're gonna try to finish this year strong. Let's go. My brother Charlo. Akon says, Leonardes is one of my favorite fighters. Young Lions, I guess it's a Young Lions versus DeMarco. Was a badass fight. Okay. Let's see. Y'all, okay, so y'all saying, you know, cakewalk. Chris Carr says cakewalk for Haney, his toughest fight for sure. Should walk him down easy. Finally, he's finally has a fighter where he can showcase his talent. I just want to know if he beats him. You know, will he get the credit? You know, when they say, he don't want to fight none of the black fighters, the same thing they're saying about Tank. You know what I mean? Will they say that Jojo Diaz ain't no cakewalk for nobody though? I'm gonna be honest with you. If he beat Jojo Diaz, he gonna get credit for he gonna get props from me. Jojo Diaz ain't no cakewalk for nobody. That boy can fight. Shout out to my main man, Big Ron Finkley.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to OG, double OG, triple OG, quadruple OG.
Hey, okay.
You know, you got to be a bad boy to have a hell of a name like OG. OG, what's up, man? You know what I mean? Shout out to the boys of Tennessee, man, where I got the man from. Tennessee and Texas. You go to Tennessee and Texas. Pimp C is where I really got it from. Yeah, man. Pimp C. RIP to Pimp C, man. UGK. UGK, man. Shout out RIP to Pimp C, man. The great Pimp C. We're going to put some respect on his name. Philly Fly, what's happening, bro? Philly Fly says, what Philly Fly say? He said, I'm always telling people about your channel. Yeah, man, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I'm looking at the analytics. My analytics show that most of my subscribers were from the U.S. It started out as UK, like most of them, like it was like maybe 60%, 39% US, 60% UK, and then it went upside down. Then my subscriber base shifted. It was like 65% US. You know what I mean? And 60 and like 30, 35 or 30, 33% UK. Now it's 49% US and like 48% UK. No, 49% US and like 46% UK. Then it's the other countries as well. So man, you know, the message is getting out. He said, John Mayfield says, he said, look what Jojo did to Farmer. Did anyone think he would win? Yeah. You're right about that. Jojo Diaz, Jojo Diaz can fight. He can fight. And Big Ron says Jojo Diaz got the pressure a lot. Yeah, he's gonna have to pressure a lot. And this is the thing: when you pressure on a Big Ron, when you pressure, he's gonna have to take a lot of punishment as well. Pressure fighters is gonna have to take a lot of punishment because you got to bring some ass to get some ass. He's gonna take a lot of punishment in order to be able to get off because he's gonna need that. Because I have, you know, like Devin Haney is a lot more. Devin Haney is you know, he's fast, he's quick, he's very defensive minded. You know what I mean? So he's very, you know, he's very quick now. He's very quick. So Jojo gonna have to come in there and he got to know this gonna be a war. In order for Jojo Diaz to beat Devin Haney, he's gonna have to make it a war. He's not gonna outbox him. I can tell you that right now. He's not gonna outbox him. He's gonna have to come in there and make it a war. Impose his will on Devin Haney. Impose his will on Devin Haney. You see what I'm saying? You know, Philly Fly, what's going on, fam? Hey, my boy, Philly Fly at the barbershop. Hey, I just left the barbershop today, man. You know, the old boy trying to let it grow out. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, Philly Fly, man. Hey, I've been on your YouTube. I mean, on your Instagram page too, man. I did see you're a barber, man. You can cut now. Philly Fly, okay, I like you can cut now. You can cut. You got some mean fades now. I give you that. You know, I was a fade man. I've been rocking the fade since 1979. You feel me? You know what I mean? Anyway, Leo says, he say, Bernard, do your homework right now, today, at the moment. Haney can petition to fight Tio. WBC confirmed. I ain't never heard about you know what though? The petition because see, this is the thing, right? Teofimo Lopez has the franchise belt. So the franchise belt, you don't have to fight anybody. You don't have to fight any mandatories, or you can pick and choose whoever you want to fight. When you are the real champion, the WBC champion, Devin Haney, he doesn't have a choice. He has to defend that belt against whoever the #1 guy is. So you're right about that. So this is, and I don't think that Teofimo has to pay sanctioning fees for a designation belt, for a franchise belt. I don't think he has to pay any sanctioning fees, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think so. He said, salute to everyone. What up, coach? It's been a while. Yeah, what's up, man? Southpaw Killer, what's happening, bro?
Hey, okay.
Irish Boxing, bro, he said, whoever wins will get huge credit from me, coach. They'll get huge credit from me as well. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna, we got to keep the same energy, because Teofimo Lopez, not Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney and Jojo Diaz are two hell of a fighters. Two different styles, two different style fighters. Two different style fighters. So, I'm gonna give Devin Haney the edge as it relates to being more athletic, more quick hand speed. I'm gonna give him the edge. He said, stop lying, coach. I can see you rocking the Jerry curls back in the day. No, I never had a Jerry curl, fan. Yeah, I never had a Jerry curl. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. I never had a Jerry curl. Never. Let's see. I'm thinking about wearing one. I'm thinking about wearing one soon, though. He said, come on, MB, Haney the truth. Hey, man, listen, man. Listen, I'm telling you, bro. JoJo gonna have to make this a dog fight. I'm just happy that we got this fight. We had this fight now. He said Big Odo Waleem refused to fight Allen, the Savage Babbitt. Big Odo running scared. Y'all talking about Big Odo. Big Odo. Yeah, Odo, man. Pound for pound. Odo. Louis James says, I'm a JoJo fan, and I feel this fight will look similar when he fought Gary Russell for about 4 rounds till JoJo figures Haney out and gets his timing and somehow starts applying pressure. Yeah, JoJo, that's his only way he's going to beat Haney. He's going to have to apply pressure. He's going to have to apply pressure. He's going to have to, listen, he's not going to beat him mid-range. Well, he got to get mid-range, but he's not going to beat him at distance. He's got to get in there. He's going to have to fight him like Julio Cesar Chavez. Like, look at some old Julio Cesar Chavez fights. That's how he's going to have to come in there and do it. Because Devin's going to do, look at what Devin did to Jorge Linares. What he did, he's just going to jab, work the jab. He's going to work the jab. He got a quick-ass jab now. He has a quick-ass jab. I'm telling you, Haney's going to do a job on Jojo Diaz. Haney reminds me of a young Floyd. Listen, that jab, listen, bro. I don't know how he gonna get around. I don't know how JoJo gonna get around that jab. I don't know how he gonna get around that jab. But his only shot to me is styles make fights. His only shot to me is he gonna have to make it ugly. He said, and it's still up to a vote from the WBC if he can fight for the franchise belt after the petition. Hey, Mr. T, you're right about that. That's the thing. That's the whole thing. I don't even think, bro. I don't even think that, again, the franchise belt, I don't even think they pay sanctioning fees. Do anyone know that? He say, I was a fanboy of the G-Man, Jerry McClellan. Yeah. When he suffered a brain injury, I cried. Now I call it like it looks. Yeah, man. Yeah, I hate that, man. I hate that, man. This is the thing. This is why I didn't really like Don King. I mean, I loved him as a promoter, but the more I'm reading about Don King now, it was like, bro, you was just killing, you was raping your fighters, bro. Like raping, like treating them like pieces of meat. Didn't give a damn about them. You know what I mean? I'm gonna pay you $100,000 for this fight, and then when the fight over with, he go 40, 60,000 for I make it up to you on the back end. You know what I mean? Don was the original back end. He was the original back end. Before Al Heyman, he was the original back end. John McSmith, he says Buck Nasty be having a Jerry curl for real. Buck Nasty, yeah, man. Mad Dog Gate said he's I can see Coach with his hair like Pinky for Friday. Yeah, man. No, I ain't never had no curl though, bro. I'm being honest with you. If I did, I'll tell you. I ain't no shame now. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. It ain't no shame, man. It ain't no shame. MB says he not gonna be around the jab. Yeah, I don't know. I'm telling you, bro. Like, bro, I'm just saying for me, for me, that's the only way Jojo Diaz gonna win this fight is he gonna beat Postman he said they both pay fees. Okay, that's good. You know what? I said, you know what, Postman, I'm tripping, bro. You're right about that. It ain't no way in hell that, that defeat the purpose of even giving you a belt. It ain't no way in hell you're gonna have a belt and not pay fees. You're right about that, bro. You're right about that. But the thing is, Postman, the franchise, you can pick and choose who you want to fight. When you don't have to fight number one contenders or you don't have to fight the interim champion. You can pick whoever you want to fight. I think in the first 1 through 15 or something like that. So you feel me? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So he says, you ain't say nothing, Bernard. You think Haney really want to fight Tio? It's been days. Oh, y'all. So y'all having a Tio and Haney discussion right now. Okay. All right, listen, man. Listen. All I'm saying is this here. Right now, Teofimo Lopez is fighting someone else, right? He's fighting George Kambosos on the 5th of December, right? And then after that, I'm calling the shot right now. After that, Teofimo is going to fight Lomachenko. Remember, I said this on this channel. So that it ain't gonna be no, you're gonna hear Bill Haney run around the chitlin circuit. Yeah, you remember what Tio said. He said that, we shook on it, and we supposed to fight next. Goddamn well, it ain't gonna happen like that. Everybody knows this. Well, I ain't gonna say everybody, maybe everybody don't know it. So we know that narrative that Bill Haney is gonna push. He's gonna go on the Alphabet Boy channels. He's gonna push this narrative, and then they're gonna put videos out. Teofimo ducking Devin Haney. I already know this. I'm giving you tomorrow's news today. I know these guys like the back of my hand, and I don't even know neither one of them personally. I know these guys because I know their narratives. They're very predictable. I know them. They're very predictable. Hold on, guys. Hold on. These guys are very predictable, guys. They're very predictable. I know what they're going to say. Bill Haney is very predictable. So we know what Bill is going to say. I ain't got nothing against the brother. I don't know him at all. He showed up on the show one time. But I'm just saying, I'm just letting you know, like they're very predictable. This is what they're going to say. This is what they're going to say. This is what they're going to say, bro. I'm telling you, this is what they're going to say. Irish Boxing Bro says somehow JoJo needs to do a Fury on Wilder job and to have a chance. If JoJo lets Haney jab, it's a wild unanimous decision. That's going to be the game plan. Jab, 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 jab. That's all Haney going to do. And guess what? If JoJo can't get around the jab, that's what he should continue to do. It's going to be up to Jojo Diaz to get in there and make it happen. It's going to be up to Jojo Diaz to get in there and make it happen, bro. Because let me tell you something. I'm letting you know, bro. Dr. Mofongo, what's going on, fam?
Hey, okay.
That's what he's going to have to do. He says, is that jacket on the website, coach? Yeah, the jacket on the website. Yeah, the jacket on the website. New Media Today USA, boxing.store. That jacket is on the website. Mr. T said he's going to have to cut the ring off and maul him. Yeah, he's going to have to cut the ring off and maul him. You're going to have to cut the ring off and maul him. The Queen Arlette says, I don't think the LDBC supports Haney, coach. Haney works for Eddie Hearns, a man the LDBC despises. Yes, they do despise Eddie Hearn, but Bill Haney has a good relationship with those guys, and this is why you see them talking a lot about Devin Haney. He has a good relationship with those guys over there. Listen, I'm telling you what I know, Arlette. Telling you what I know. Now, they may turn on him later on down the line, but I'm telling you what I know. This is what I know. I know this to be a fact. Arlette. You know what I mean? So this is what it is. But check it out though. You know how we do it. I like to show receipts. So, not just gonna tell you guys something. This fight has been solidified now. It's been confirmed. Mike Carpenter says that ESPN story on the real Devin Haney and Jojo Diaz. They're gonna fight on either December 3rd or December 4th in Las Vegas, part of a loaded 3-week stretch for the 135-pound division. Now, this is beautiful. Teofimo Lopez fight George Kambosos. Ain't nobody going to buy that fight. November the 27th. So I'm just being honest with you. This fight is going to be the flop of all flops because they postponed it 1,000 times. Don't nobody know who George Kambosos is. And whatever excitement that Teofimo had after beating Lomachenko, a momentum he had going on, that momentum is dead as a doorknob. But at least we're getting this fight. Teofimo, the good news is you get to get this fight out of the way, sir. Now, December the 3rd or 4th, you're talking about the real Devin Haney and Jojo Diaz is fighting. So this is going to be a free fight. Has to be a free fight because you're not going to be able to compete with these two fights. So it's going to be a good fight. Now, this fight might be the better fight out of all of these fights. It might be. You see what I'm saying? Jojo Diaz and Devin Haney. It might be the best fights. But check it out, though, right? So November the 27th, we got Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos. No, December the 3rd, a week after, right? December the 3rd, we're going to have Devin Haney and Jojo Diaz. December the 5th, we're going to have Gervonta Tank Davis and Rolly Romero. That's going to be a damn good fight. I think people going to buy that fight on the strength of Rolly Romero. Rolly been trolling so hard, his troll game is on fleek. Listen, Rolly Romero is pound for pound, top 10, one of the best trollers in the history of trolling when it comes to the sport of boxing. Got to give him that. And then on December the 11th, we got Vasily Lomachenko versus Richard Comey. I'm telling you guys this. When Teofimo Lopez, if he beats George Kambosos, I think he's highly favored. I don't give Kambosos a chance, but I have been wrong before, right? I have been wrong before. So when he beats this guy, a week later, when Teofimo beats this guy, if Lomachenko beats this guy, both of these guys are on the same promotional company. Both of these guys are on Top Rank. And then if Devin Haney beats Jojo Diaz, you're going to see Bill Haney on the Chitlin circuit. Yeah, you know, what's up? Teofimo said he was going to fight us next. He was going to fight us next. He said he was going to fight us on his own. We shook on it. You see, this is proof he ducking us, knowing goddamn well that Bob Arum only does in-house promotional fights and that Teofimo is going to fight Lomachenko. But this is going to be the narrative that's going to come from Bill, I push my narrative, Haney. Just telling you guys right now today. And if he was on the show, I'd tell him in his face. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Now, this is going to be great. This is going to be great. And they have agreed on it. Let's look and see what they say right here, guys. Sources. Devin Haney, Joseph Diaz agreed to terms for lightweight title fight early December. We're going to get into Shakur Stevenson and Jamel Herring right after this. It said the star-studded, this is Mike Carpenter, the star-studded lightweight division hasn't delivered a marquee fight. Hasn't delivered the marquee fights just yet, but the weight class is heating up now. Devin Haney and Jojo Diaz have agreed to terms for the WBC lightweight title fight on December the 3rd or 4th in Las Vegas, Nevada. On DAZN, multiple sources told ESPN on Friday, contracts have not been signed yet. And you know you ain't got nothing until the contract is signed. So the contracts have not been signed yet, but details are in the process of being finalized. Sources say. You know, sound like blue bloods, so what sources say. But don't worry about that, right? Now, the framework of the deal includes a rematch clause in the event Haney loses. Devin Haney wants a rematch clause just in case he loses, right? Now, the fight is part of an intriguing 3-week stretch of the lightweight division with Teofimo Lopez, who holds 4 lightweight titles. Let's name the 4 he holds. He holds the WBC franchise belt. He holds the WBA Super. He holds the IBF and the WBO, right? And some say that he is the undisputed franchise champion of the world. And some say that Mauricio Sulaimán said he was undisputed, but then Mauricio Sulaimán just recently said that Teofimo is the unified lightweight champion of the world. I have the receipts and I played it. For those who will want to argue this up and down, who like to use Mauricio Sulaimán's word as law. So we're going to use his word as law, right? But let's keep going. Now, 1 week later, Eddie Hearn will have to promote another important lightweight fight with Devin Haney and Jojo Diaz. That's going to be a damn good fight. That same weekend, Gervonta Davis, December the 5th, fights Rolly Romero, however, on Showtime pay-per-view. And then we have Vasily Lomachenko versus Richard Comey. That's going to be a good fight. And then it says the Haney-Diaz agreement caps months of back and forth insults traded between the boxers. We ain't got to get into all that because we know Devin Haney can be Twitter fingers as well. Devin Haney is also known as Twitter fingers, but he's young, he's a kid, he's only 22 years old, right? So that's good. That's a good thing, right, guys? So the ink hasn't been, there's nothing been signed yet, but you know we're trending in the right direction. Now this is what my main man Jojo Diaz says. Jojo Diaz confirmed this. He says right here. He said that Devin Haney he wants a rematch clause in there. That's why it is taking so long for the fight to get done. This is what Jojo Diaz said on October the 22nd, right? Yesterday. He said, this is why the fight is taking so long for it to get done. He said, but we'll give him the beating twice if he wants it. He said, I'm making sure that this fight happens for the fans. This is what I want to hear. This is what I want to hear. The other stuff is just fluff or whatever, but this is what I want to hear. Jojo Diaz says, I'm going to make sure that this fight happens for the fans. That's all I care about. That's all I care about. He's going to make sure that this fight happens for the fans. Devin Haney wants a rematch clause in it, just in case he loses. Every fighter who is an A-side does this. You just never know. Anything can happen in the sport of boxing. You may get caught with a punch. You may go 12 rounds. The judges may say, hey, man, you lost to a split decision. Or anything can happen. Anything can happen. Right? Hey, Con, what you say, man? He said, nah, Haney can bang a bit. Watch him spar with Ryan Garcia and Rolly. He knocks their heads all over. If they didn't have head guards, I think he would have KO'd them. Okay. But this is what I'm saying, though. Hey, Con, this is what I'm saying, fam. The only way that I can see Jojo Diaz even beating Devin Haney, he's going to have to make it a dogfight. That's the only thing that I can see. I don't think he has a better jab than Devin Haney. I don't think he's quicker or faster than Devin Haney. You see what I'm saying? I'm just being honest with you. I'm just being honest with you. I'm being honest with you. You said I'm just being honest with you. So I just don't see it. I just don't see. Hold on, what this guy say? He say talk is cheap, sign the contract. That's what I'm saying. So sign the contract. But they're working out the little details. But it's a step in the right direction, Jay Miller. I get what you're saying, though. I get what you're saying. He said if Haney is the boogeyman, then Tank is the devil, and Tio is the Lucifer. Hey man, Devin got. He said Devin, I got more followers, Haney. Well, Devin Haney does have more followers on Instagram than Teofimo Lopez. He do have more followers. Bro, hey Chuck Supremacy, when he said that, bro, I damn near fell out my seat, bro. I damn near fell out my seat when he said that. Bro, like, really? What does that have to do with fighting? Arthur Hawkins says, Coach, if Jojo Diaz activates his mandatory, there will be no rematch. You know what? Damn, you're right about that. You're right about that. You're right about that. You know, yeah, because the mandatory, if you activate the mandatory clause, there's no rematch clause. Like with Terrence Crawford and Sean Porter, that's a one and done. There's no rematch clause. Terrence Crawford didn't negotiate a rematch and none of that. It's a one and done. Sean Porter wins, he walks away with the belt, and he's not inclined to give Terrence Crawford a rematch. He's not inclined to do that. He's not inclined to do that. You see what I'm saying? He says, Louis James says Jojo Diaz is as slow as Danny Garcia. I'm just saying for me, it's going to have to be a dogfight. It's going to have to be a dogfight. Leo says dogfight, absolutely cool. Yeah, it's going to have to be a dogfight, fam. It's going to have to be a dogfight. You know, he's going to have to fight, he's going to have to fight him. Because the boy, he said Devin Haney going to pick Diaz apart. Power of Diaz is real, though. I can't see Haney letting him pass Jeff. Yeah, we got to see the fight. We got to see the fight. Well, we got to see the fight, though. We got to see the fight. We got to see the fight. We got to see the fight. He says they are all supporting their sons, but I guess it's only an issue when Bill does it. No one criticizes T.L. Senior or John Fury. There's a lot of people criticize him. There's a lot of people criticize him, all that. There's a lot of people criticize, especially John Fury. I don't make videos talking about him. All that talking he been doing. Just talk. You know, my son, he's the best ever in the history of the sport of boxing. I've jumped down his neck plenty of times. And then she says, T.O. Senior. Yeah, I jumped on T.O. Senior neck as well. You know, like literally, but I also giving them credit. Like, I don't, this is their fathers. They supposed to support their sons. There's nothing wrong with that. To be honest with you, I don't see nothing wrong with the fathers supporting their sons. And I don't see nothing wrong with that. I just with the cap and the narratives. Now, what I do see a problem with, when you tell me that your son is the best fighter in the history of boxing, and then you tell me that I see you pushing the narrative that, hey, this guy said this and this guy said that, and my son is this and my son is that, and it has nothing to do with the boxing. It just has to do with you pushing your narrative. I'm gonna call you out on that. I don't give a damn who it is. Again, I don't pledge allegiance to Teofimo Senior, John Fury, or Bill Haney. All I care about is the fights. If I see them capping, I'm gonna call out the cap. But also it is what it is. Again, also it is what it is. I don't give a damn. Ain't none of them cutting me no check anyways. I just want to see the damn fight. That's all I want to see, the fights. You know what I mean? So I have receipts to say that. I have receipts to back up everything I'm saying. I have videos where I'm talking about John Fury. Videos where I'm talking about Teofimo Senior. I've hurt some feelings doing that. Lost some subscribers doing that. I had some fanboys get upset, but that's okay. We don't want the fanboys anyway. Shout out to Devon. He said, shout out to Arthur Hawkins. He said Devin Haney is going to the fight is voluntary, so it's on a Haney. Jojo Diaz just have to accept and match his money. But this is okay. If Jojo Diaz is the mandatory, why is there a rematch clause? Why? I don't understand. Why would Devin Haney ask for a rematch clause when Jojo Diaz is the mandatory? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like with Terrence Crawford, Jojo Diaz. I think the only difference is Jojo Diaz is the interim champion. Sean Porter is not an interim champion. But if that fight has been mandated by the WBO, so there's no rematch clause or nothing in that. If Jojo Diaz is the mandatory, then it shouldn't be a rematch. You get what I'm saying though? You get what I'm saying? All that. Hold on. What all that said? I'm not saying you, coach. Oh yeah. Salute to you, Queen. Yeah. But you get what I'm saying? All that. If Jojo Diaz is the mandatory, anyways, how are they going to negotiate? How is Haney gonna? Don't get me wrong. It's smart on what Devin Haney is doing now. It's every fighter does it. Floyd Mayweather done it. Canelo does it. Joshua does it. What's my brother name? Deontay Wilder did it with Tyson Fury for 3 fights. So for 2 fights. So yeah, everybody, all of the top fighters do it. You know what I mean? But I just don't get how that works. If the guy's a mandatory, I thought that you couldn't negotiate a rematch. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. You feel me? He says that Mark Breland is a Hall of Fame trainer. He's a Hall of Fame fighter. Trainer. I don't know. I would have to look at what are some of the other fighters that he might have trained that made champions. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? On Black Chopstick. You feel me? Arthur Hawkins saying, that's the point I'm making. Jojo Diaz has to activate his mandatory position, and there will be no rematch. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I got you now. Well, that's what he need to do then. He said the same reason AJ had one for Usyk. Yeah. But that's what he needs to do then. That's what he needs to do. There shouldn't be no, you know what? That might be, hey, listen, that might be what they're doing. Haney is giving him the fight. Haney is trying to make him fight him. That's why Haney gave him the money he's asked for. Yeah. Haney making the fight. He's doing that. Haney is making the fight. He's doing that. Haney is making the fight. He's doing that. You know what I mean? One thing I will say, Haney want the smoke. Now, Haney ain't ducking nobody. Haney does want the smoke. Shout out to the Queen, Karma Serene.
Hey, okay.
You know what I mean? Haney does want the smoke. Haney does want that smoke. And I like, shout out to the Queen, all that. I see your comment, Queen. And I'm going to tell you something now. This is what I like, guys. I like the fact that I like the fact that Devin Haney is saying he want that smoke. He want that smoke from Jojo Diaz. He paid him the money that he wanted. And I like the fact that Jojo Diaz is saying that he's going to make sure that this fight happened for the fans. Now, let's go to Devin Haney. Because let's go to Devin Haney. Devin Haney talked about it right here, too. Devin Haney, man. Devin Haney had me laughing, man. Hey, man, listen, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. Devin Haney got me over here crying. Hey, listen, these kids, I call them kids because, I'm 47, so I got, my son is 20. These kids, man, they so funny on social media. Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, Rolly Romero, these guys is funny. I love their entertainment. I'm not gonna lie. I love these guys. I love their creativity as they on social media. So Devin Haney addressing what Jojo Diaz says. Jojo Diaz says he want a rematch clause, and that's why that's why it's taking so long to get it done. He said, but we'll give him a beating twice if he wants it. I'm gonna make sure that this fight happens for the fans, right? And then Devin Haney says, shut up, biatch. He say, shut up, biatch. He say, stop prolonging, Vada. Sign the contract. You got everything you wanted. This is what Devin Haney say now. Hold on, let me let you guys see this. This is what Devin Haney say. That's what Devin Haney said. He say, Jojo is no slouch. Get that rematch clause, Devin. Listen, this is what Devin Haney say. Devin Haney say, man, shut up, biatch. He say, and stop prolonging Vada. Sign the contract.
To this day.
He say, sign the contract.
Yeah.
He say, sign the contract.
What?
He said, you got everything you wanted. Devin want that smoke. He says, Devin Haney also says right here, he said, I do not feel comfortable unless I know I went above and beyond with my preparation. You see what I'm saying? He say, step off. You're playing D. You know what I mean? So he's talking to these other guys. So Devin Haney, but let me he say Devin Haney says, I heard Jojo trying to get out of the fight any way he can. So it is what it is, Mike. It is what it is, man. Hey, man, these dudes, y'all remember this here, man. Y'all remember this here, man. Yeah, y'all remember this here, man. We ain't got to go through this here no more. Y'all remember this here, man. But listen, Teofimo Lopez is going, if he could beat Kambosos, I'm telling you guys, he's going to fight Lomachenko. Telling you right now. That's the plans that Bob Arum has. Have I spoke to Bob Arum? No. Have I spoke to Teofimo Lopez and Teo Senior? No. I'm telling you guys, I'm willing to bet. Whoever want to bet anything, that's going to be Teo's next fight after he fights. If he can beat Kambosos, that's going to be the next plan. Tell you that right now. Lisa Bell says rematches isn't anything new in boxing. No, it's not. No, it's not. So I don't want nobody jumping down Devin Haney's throat by saying, oh, he want a rematch. Listen, Canelo gets rematches. He has a rematch clause with any of his fights, all of his fights. All of his fights. He has a rematch clause in all of his fights. Canelo Alvarez. The great Canelo has a rematch clause. Joshua has a rematch clause. Deontay Wilder had a rematch clause, 2 rematch clauses when he fought Fury. The first fight he fought him, he had a rematch clause. They had the second fight. And then they had a rematch for a third fight. All the top fighters does it. He said, Puerto Rock says they're killing boxing with these diva wars. Hey, hey, man. Hey, but all I care about is this. All I care about is this, man. At the end of the day, if the diva wars end up with us getting the fights, you know what I mean? Hey, he said too much Twitter wars and no boxing fight. Hey, but we getting them right now. We getting them right now, guys. Now, I have been hard, pause. I have been hard, hold on, guys. I have been hard on these fighters with the Twitter wars. I'm not going to lie. I have been hard on these fighters with the Twitter wars. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. You know what I mean? Wow. He say, wow, hold on. Let's go here, man. Hey, thank you for sending me this. And let me tell you something, man. This is what I see. Seems like Leonard Ellaby got a problem with Teofimo Lopez. Well, to be told, Leonard Ellaby has a problem with anybody who's not signed to PBC or Top Rank. I mean, PBC or Mayweather Promotions. Let's go ahead and do this, guys. Hold on, I got a video that somebody sent me. Shout out to the Queen, Lisa Bells, for sending me this. Let me turn the Bluetooth on right quick, guys. Turn this on. I'm gonna let it go play through the roadcaster right quick, the trusted roadcaster. Hey guys, if you think about starting a channel, get your roadcaster. You better load up all these sound effects on here. All right, let's see. Let's see. Shout out to the Queen, all that. What you say, Queen? She said it's funny. The same thing they say about Devin Haney, the same thing they say about Demetrius Andre. People get mad when they call their fighters out. Charlo and Canelo fans stay mad at Andrade. Yeah, man, you know. George Jake says that you're right about that, Queen. He says the A-side rematch clause always, yeah, it always happens. It always happens. It always happens. Like literally. It always happens. So here you go. Check this out. So we see what's going on Twitter, right? We see what's going on Twitter. Bam, we got that. So, you know, Devin Haney is getting the fight he wants. Jojo Diaz want the smoke. Devin Haney want the smoke. That's all I care about. That's all I care about. I got something I want to show y'all too, dog. Oh, I got something I want to show y'all, bro. I have something I have to show y'all. Oh, I have something I have to show y'all. Oh, I ran across something. Oh, I ran across something, guys. Oh, is that? Oh, you know what? I think it's on my Instagram. I think it's on my IG. I think it's on my IG. Hold on. One of my beautiful subscribers sent me this. They sent me a video, but I'm not going to jump the gun, though. Not going to jump the gun. Bear with the old boy for a minute. Bear with the old boy for a minute. Let me see something. Hold on, guys. Let me see something. Brother, send that down. Hold on, guys. Let me see something. It's something I'm looking for. Hold on. I know where it's at. I know where it's at. Let's go right here. I think it's here. You know what? It's not there. Okay, so if it's not there, guys, it's on. Damn, it's on YouTube. Let's look at my history. I got a video I want to show you guys. I have a video I want to show you guys. Where is the video? I found some footage. I'm gonna have to show it. I'm gonna have to show it later on, guys. I can't find it now. I can't find it now, guys. Man, where did I see that? Damn, somebody sent me a video. Anyways, guys, let me move on. Cause I'm getting sidetracked. I see I'm getting sidetracked right here. Anyways, I want to show you guys this. This is what Peter Varnox was talking about yesterday. I want to show you guys something about a lot of the fake news that's going on. This is what Peter Varnox was. Shout out to the Queen, Bless 365.
Hey, okay.
I don't know why Charlo's ducking Andrade. Man, that's a whole nother story. You see this right here. Breaking. Terrence Crawford has reportedly suffered a hamstring injury, and his WBO welterweight title defense versus Sean Porter has been canceled. And then he had at Mike Carpenter. Remember yesterday, guys, was on Peter Varnox, and he made a mistake. I realized he made a mistake, was saying that Terrence Crawford pull out of this fight. Look right here. This is who put this out there. This guy is known for putting out fake news and spreading misinformation. This is why when someone brings me some information, I do not jump at it and report it because I'd rather be right than first. I'd rather be right than first. This is not true. This is fake news. This guy named Intangible is known for putting out fake information. And then he added Mike Carpenter. This is not true. The people here said something not right about this number of major cancellations. This person believed it. This person said, I just booked my flight earlier this week and didn't buy the trip flexes. This person was believing it. He said, seriously, he tagged Mike Carpenter. Guys, click on his name. He's a boxing reporter. So he probably would have reported it. Remember yesterday, I went straight to Mike Carpenter's channel, Twitter page, and it didn't say nothing about this is fake. So why am I showing you guys this? Journalism 101. Whether you're a journalist or not, when you're doing research, always cross-reference the information. You know, always cross-reference the information. This is why if I get any information on someone else's channel, let's say Blue Blood Sports TV, and he say sources say A, B, C, D, I'm like, listen, where did that source come from? What is the primary? We call it primary. What's the primary source of information? Where's the primary information? What is the primary source where that information came from? If you can't tell me the primary source where that information came from, and then when I go to the primary, I need to cross-reference it with other sources to make sure that it's legit. If you can't tell me that, I know you lying and you full of shit. You see what I'm saying? I'd rather be right than first. A lot of these guys, they try to be first instead of being right. And this is what I'd rather be right than first, guys. Now, let's pull up. So I just want to move on. I wanted to show you guys the receipt. Because you'll see a lot of this. Always cross-reference the information before you share it. Always because you could be sharing fake news. He say, Coach Ron says, Coach Malachi popping out the receipts. Yeah, remember this, guys. Remember this. This guy is called, if you're on Twitter, this guy is called Intangible. This guy is known for putting out fake information. Known for putting out fake information. Known for, so some of these guys are believing it, though. Some of them are believing it. If you go to the primary source, go to Terrence Crawford's page. Go if he's not saying it, it's not true. It doesn't get no more primary than his page or Sean Porter's page. But I'm just letting you know. Don't be jumping out the window. Car ain't got no roof. Just jumping out the window. You heard something and then go to talking about it. And Peter Barnartz came over here and he spread fake information because he believed it. He believed it. She said, is that true? The Fighters Council? No, it's not true, all that. It's fake news. It's fake news. It's fake news. Big Ron says, when that guy came in the chat yesterday, I was watching Crawford sitting down in front of the presser with Heron versus Stevenson. He said, watch out. He said, when you call him the great Canelo, someone do a whole video on why he isn't. Yeah, I just, really, I say the great Canelo just really to be like funny because I know a lot of the Canelo fanboys, they say this about him. So I said, well, the great Canelo, I'm really just being sarcastic, but Canelo is a great fighter. But, and some would say he's the best fighter in the history of boxing. Like they say Tyson Fury is the best fighter in the history of boxing. Like they say, they say a lot of things about other fighters, and I just don't run with that narrative. I can't do it, dog. But that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. He said, Eric Locker said, and never go with the first source you come across. That's why it's called research. Yeah, you got to research it and cross-reference everything. You have to cross-reference everything. Before I report anything, I like to say, okay, I need to cross-reference it with 10 different sources. At least 10. But you have your core main sources that every time these guys drop something, it's the truth. But you still got to cross-reference it just to make sure. Just to make sure. Arlette says some of these anti-Crawford channels will run with that and say Crawford duck Porter. Watch. Yeah, they probably will. They probably will. But I showed you guys where it came from. You got it here first. You got it here first. No other channel has exposed this guy. You got it here first, though. You got it here first. Just want to let you guys know. Now, I'm happy for Devin Haney that he got this fight. I'm happy for him, and I'm happy for Jojo Diaz. In my opinion, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. Guys. Jojo Diaz, his only shot at winning this fight, he's going to have to make it a dog fight. He's not going to out-jab the Devin Haney. He's not more athletic than Devin Haney. He's going to have to turn into Julio Cesar Chavez and give this guy the work. But Devin Haney is no slouch. He's a very talented guy. And guess what? If Devin Haney beats Jojo Diaz, we are going to have to give him props. I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, man, well, Devin Haney ain't fought nobody. Jojo Diaz is somebody. Jorge Linares was somebody, but he didn't get credit for that. So Jojo Diaz is somebody. You're going to, even the most staunchest Devin Haney hater, you're going to have to give him props. If he can beat Jojo Diaz, you got to give him his props. If Jojo Diaz beats Devin Haney, then you can go and say, oh, well, I know he was a hype job in the first place. That's fair to say. That's fair to say. I can't tell you which way to go. All I'm saying is, don't take anything away from these boys. At least they're giving us the fights. True. That's all I'm saying. Philip Fly said, any decent fighter that's not black these days is the best fighter in the history of boxing. Man, listen, bro, I've been hearing some crazy stuff online, But it's coming from fanboys. To be fair, Philip Fly, it's not coming from, true boxing fans. It's coming from casuals and fanboys, because they are the ones who pushing these narratives, right? Because they don't even have a criteria by which they judge. Like this is my thing. When you tell me a fighter is the best that ever done it and got away with it, my question to you is, what is the parameter by which you have came up with this decision? What's the parameter by which you're judging this by? Is it, it's because I said so? And then this is another thing these fanboys do. If you disagree with them or if you criticize their fighter, they call you a hater. Oh, you hating on such and such. You know what I mean? They never address listen, brother, okay, let's get out of the emotionalism. You said this is the greatest fighter to ever do it and get away with it. based on what? What is it based on? Is it based on who he fought? No, it ain't based on who he fought. Is it based on how you feel? Because if it's based on how you feel, now we're dealing with emotions, right? We're dealing with emotions. And sports and boxing is an emotional sport. So what is it based on? Like, what's the criteria? Like, I gave you guys an example of my criteria. My criteria is the reason why Ali is looked upon as the greatest, the greatest of all time, because not only was he able to talk the talk, but he fought all of the tough competition. He fought everybody. He won some and he lost some, but he fought everybody and he beat them. And it's a couple he didn't beat, but he fought everybody and he beat them. And it's an overwhelming consensus by boxing fans who've been studying boxing for years. Now these guys in their 20s, they don't know anything about boxing. So to them, Floyd Mayweather is the guy, or Canelo, or whoever. But that's neither here nor there. But the guy, they don't know. So I don't jump down their throats because they don't know no better. They're kids, they don't know no better. They just jumped off the porch yesterday. They don't know any better. But these fanboys, they that's why they make me sick. That's why I hate fanboys. And that's why I do everything in my power to make sure I run a fanboy off the channel if they're here watching, and I make sure that if they subscribe, make them unsubscribe. And I hope they block themselves. You know what I mean? Because fanboys to me are like a cancer in the sport of boxing. Because they don't deal with reality. They live in a alternate universe. And they have such an emotional attachment to their fighters to the point to where I think they'll leave their wives or girlfriends for this fight. You see what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. Let's keep going. Now, I'm gonna look at this video. Oh man, where is that one? Hold on, somebody sent me something too with. Somebody sent me some with Sweet Hands too. Somebody sent me something with Sweet Hands. Somebody sent me something with Sweet Hands too, man. Well, who sent me something with Sweet Hands? Somebody sent me something with Sweet Hands, man. Somebody sent me something with Sweet Hands, man, and it was pretty good. Somebody sent me something with Sweet Hands, man. You know what? I think I know where it's at. We're going to find that. But anyway, let's pull this up. Because now you know Teofimo got his fight coming up, right? But Leonard Ellerbe, I have not seen this video, guys, so this is my first time watching this video. Let's go. Leonard Ellerbe is not impressed. Leonard Ellerbe is not impressed with Teofimo Lopez. And if you know anything about Leonard Ellerbe is not impressed with anyone who is not his fighter. We know this, right? We know this. If you're not his fighter, he's not impressed with you. If you're not signed to,
there's a process to becoming an attorney.
Here you go. If you're not signed, oh, this is this brother here. Lisa sent me this. Said, okay, let me look this dude up. Let me look this up. Lise. Lise, let me look this up. Let's see. Teo can't sell. Let's see. There we go. This is from the good brother Aki TV. Now, I know a lot of you guys are fans of Aki TV. I know he's one of your favorite YouTube channels. I know that. I know that, guys. I know that Aki TV is one of your favorite YouTube channels. I do not own the rights to this material. Guys. You know what I mean? He said Canelo is on the road that leads to GOAT, in my opinion. Cleaning out the division in 11 months is a GOAT move. Okay, all right. That's always going to be debatable. Yeah, but I agree with you on that. He's on that path. He is on that trajectory. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Queen 365. Ben Adams says, he says, I love all boxers, coach, but Mayweather is my favorite. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with having your favorite. There's nothing wrong with having your favorite. But when they going to tell me these fighters that's fighting right now is the best fighters that ever lived, I'm looking at you. I'm saying, like, some of these fighters. Like, I'm hearing that ever since Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder, they fought 3 times, he's the best fighter that ever lived. I can't make this up. But we're gonna do a whole show on that. We're gonna do a whole show on that. But that's coming from fanboys. That's coming from fanboys, right? So we're gonna do a whole show on that one day. But y'all check out my main man on Leonard. Check out my main man Leonard right here, man. Check out Leonard right here, man. Leonard, what you now? This is on Aki TV. I do not own the rights to this material. This is for educational purposes only. I do not own the rights to this material. This is for educational purposes only. Aki got this off of the press conference of Rolly Romero and Tank Davis. What old Leonard got to say?
But you must understand, there's a process to becoming an attraction. You know, you got some guys running around here. I'm the A side. The A side to what? You ain't sold a ticket with anything. You haven't sold a ticket for anything. The very first fight that I seen you headline, I actually was in town and I stopped in there in DC at the MGM Grand. With the capacity in there is about 3,500. The shit wasn't even half full. And that's in my city.
Oh man.
Speaking of that A side, Teofimo said he's still the A side over Tank, even though
I don't pay that no attention because he's a good young fighter and wishing nothing but the best. But him and his pops are delusional as it relates to the business. They don't know the first thing about the business. They actually said that they were going to do 2 million buys with their fight.
So Leonard, now you guys know that I do get on Leonard Ellerby. I call him Leonard Smellerby. You guys know this. And this is on Aki TV. But Aki got this from the press conference. This is the interview that Leonard gave after the press conference. And even though I do talk about Leonard, I like Leonard. Believe it or not, guys, I like Leonard a lot. I like Leonard a lot. Leonard is a good guy. I like Leonard Ellerby a lot. And people who I tend to like a lot, I kind of like clown him a little bit, but I like Leonard a lot. I really, and his nose is funny. But I agree with him right here. See, one thing about me, I'm not going to let my, no matter what, I'm going to call it the way I say. I agree with him right here. He said that when it comes to Teofimo Lopez and his dad, he said they are delusional when it comes to the business of the sport of boxing. He has a point. So if you're a Teofimo fan or a fanboy, I want you to put your emotions aside. Don't be mad at the messenger. Listen to the message. Listen to the message, right? Because, Teofimo and his dad, this is what I'm saying. These dads, they do a lot of capping and a lot of hyperbole. And, there's nothing wrong with supporting your son. Especially when you're a father, you're in your son's life. You're a father, you're in your son's life, and you raised him and you help make him the champion that he is. I applaud any man that does that. Now, there is such thing as hyperbole. When you go to say, well, my son is going to do 2 million pay-per-view buys fighting Cambosis. Everybody in the world know that fight ain't going to do no goddamn 2 million pay-per-view buys. Why? Don't nobody know who Cambosis is. And two, you're a very talented fighter, but you can barely sell out a hot dog stand yourself. This is facts. The receipts don't lie. Now, this is not an indictment on your talent, but from a business standpoint, Bob Arum has not really promoted you or made you that brand like that. But Teofimo's only 23. He's a kid. So, and his dad is really hype and he loves his son. And he say a lot of crazy stuff. But Leonard has a point here, guys. That's all I'm saying. Leonard has a point. Bill Haney does the same thing. But Leonard has a point. He has a point right here, guys. Check this out.
Million buys. But I've never been the A side in a main event. You never sold a ticket. They attempted to try to sell tickets. He thought actually that he was bigger than Floyd Mayweather. It's just delusional. I mean, again, but I don't even feel bad.
So listen to this. He make a valid point right here, though. Hold on, he make a valid point right here. I want you to put whatever dislike you have for Leonard aside. Whatever dislike you have for Leonard aside. When you say that you are going to do 2 million pay-per-view buys on a fight and yada, 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 my next question is, okay, so what are you basing that on? Do you have a track record where you have done this before? Is it speak it, receive it, believe it? or are you dead ass serious about what you're saying? What are you gauging on? Like, I always come to that. When someone brings something to me, I'm like, okay, sir, okay, I hear what you're saying. What is that based on? Do you have anything that you can show me, you know, to show me that, hey, this is where it's going to, this is where it's going. You get what I'm saying? Dr. Mofongo says, reality is Tank hasn't sniffed a victory that approaches TL beating Loma. Yeah, no, I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm not disagreeing with that at all. Tank hasn't fought the level of competition that Teofimo Lopez has. That's facts. That's facts. That is facts. I'm not disagreeing with that at all, right? I'm not disagreeing with that at all. But as it relates to this particular subject matter, Teofimo he's super talented. And he's my favorite lightweight. Teofimo Lopez is my favorite lightweight. I don't know if you guys know that, but he's my favorite lightweight. He has to be my favorite lightweight. He beat Lomachenko. He beat Richard Coleman. He beat Nakatani. He has the best resume in the lightweight division next to Lomachenko, because Lomachenko has a better resume than Teofimo Lopez in the lightweight division. But Teofimo is right there, and he beat that guy. He beat the guy who Teddy Atlas and everybody on ESPN was saying he's the best pound for pound fighter in the history of pound for pound and all that stuff there. He did that. He did that. He did that, right? He did that. But now, Leonard has a point right here, guys. He has a point right here, and I totally agree with him.
And wishing nothing but the best, but him and his pops are delusional as it relates to the business. They don't know the first thing about the business. They actually said that they were going to do 2 million buys with their fight. 2 million buys. But I've never been the A side in a main event. You never sold a ticket. They attempted to try to sell tickets. He thought actually that he was bigger than Floyd Mayweather. So it's just delusional. I mean, again, I don't even feel bad for guys like that. And I really don't, because again, it's just like sometimes you have to humble yourself and understand that this is a business and it's a process. Floyd Mayweather didn't become a household name overnight.
No, he didn't. That is true.
It took many years of us plotting and thinking outside the box.
Yeah.
To make it happen.
That is true.
And in that kid's case, he's got to let his promoter do his job. Bob does a good job with knowing how to build fighters, okay? With especially Latino fighters, okay?
Okay. This is my first time
hearing
let him do
his job. Nobody even know who you are other than the diehard boxing fans, and that's a fact. Because if they did, you wouldn't have been sitting there doing Fight Week and ain't sold 2,000 tickets in a 36,000 seat venue.
Wow, I didn't even know that. I don't know how true that is.
You think you still?
Bruh, listen. Hold on.
So the A side versus Tank after the Triller fallout.
See, we talk about A sides, B sides, and C sides, and D sides.
Hold on, let's stop right there. Let me pause this, guys. I want to hear what Teofimo has to say.
And all that stuff. In reality, man, it's about just making the fights happen. So yeah, I believe that. Look, he did 150,000 K views, right, on his last fight. 100 pay-per-view, right? 150,000 pay-per-view buys. But you got to really think about it. Tank Davis wouldn't be Tank Davis without Floyd Mayweather. Teofimo Lopez is Teofimo Lopez without Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
I'm saying, do your math, do your research. Teofimo don't need and I respect all those fighters, man. Ryan Garcia couldn't be Ryan Garcia without social media and Canelo.
And Oscar.
Yeah, see this? And Oscar, right? I did it the right way. I did it the hard way. I did it the real way. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't disrespecting nobody's set. I just say it like that, man. Come on, y'all gotta see this, man. Y'all gotta see this.
Nah, I agree with what Teofimo is saying right here, though. I agree with what he's saying right here. He did it the hard way, guys. He did it the hard way. Teofimo got it from the mud. He didn't have any Floyd Mayweather cosigns. He didn't have any Oscar De La Hoya. Well, Oscar De La Hoya is the promoter. He didn't have any Canelo Alvarez cosigns. He got it the hard way. So I agree with Leonard and I agree with Teofimo. You see what I'm saying? Now, if I was a fanboy, the hell with Leonard. I don't like Leonard. yada yada yada. But I'm listening. But what he's saying from a business standpoint, he is correct from a business standpoint. If on fight week, Teofimo's trying to fight in a venue that has 36,000 seats, and he only sold 2,000 tickets. Him and George Cambosos, and this is his first time headlining a fight. Guess what? He's not the star. He's a star from a talent standpoint. It's the same argument they make with Terrence Crawford, my favorite fighter. Yeah, he's a star from a talent standpoint, but from a business standpoint, he can't sell out a hot dog stand outside of Omaha, Nebraska. Guess what? I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that. You know, the fanboy in me will want to say, "Oh man, he hate no Terrence," and yada yada yada, and I want to get get all emotional and stuff. But then when I sit back and look at it objectively and say, "Damn, let's look at it this okay. Damn, he did. Oh, he didn't really do well on numbers on here, and damn, he didn't do well with numbers over there. And okay, well, Bob Arum ain't do a good job of promoting him over here. But every time he fight in Omaha, Nebraska, he sell out the whole goddamn arena. But outside of Omaha, he ain't really damn. So that could be bad. That could be bad promotion as well, and it could be a combination of the other fighters' personality or whatever the case may be. You see what I'm saying? But he said I can't hate more than 20% on Lopez. He is the real deal. Yeah. He is the real deal. And Damon says and that's why no one knows who he is. I say Tio should beat Tank and put TMT out of business. You know what? That would be the great move. But that fight is not going to happen, bro. I'm telling you, Floyd Mayweather's going to make all in-house fights. Arlette says this dude Leonard is full of ish. When Tank was messing around with Floyd, then teenage daughter, they were trying to get Tank to fight Loma, and Tank was crying to be bought out of his contract. 10,000 is like a comedy show. I'm just saying, but you get what I'm saying though. From a business standpoint, whether you like Leonard or not, is he telling the truth? That's what I'm saying. From a business standpoint, whether you like Leonard or not, whether you like Leonard Ellerby or not, is he telling the truth? And then I agree with what he said about Floyd. Listen, I'm finna tell you guys something. A lot of these fanboys, some guys who just jumped on Floyd Mayweather a few years ago. See, I've been following Floyd since 1995. Followed him in 96 all throughout the Olympics when he got robbed of the gold medal. Floyd Mayweather used to train with one of my favorite fighters, who I was a fanboy, Pernell Whitaker. Sparred with him and everything. Floyd Mayweather could not sell out a hot dog stand. A lot of these guys, and when you tell these guys this, they don't know that because, what you talking about? You hating on Floyd. No. Floyd did not become a pay-per-view star until he fought Oscar De La Hoya. Bob Arum used to defecate on Floyd Mayweather. Man, I can't make no money. Same thing he was saying about Terrence Crawford. Can't really make no money on you, you know what I mean? You ain't you can't sell. Floyd really couldn't sell like that. And this is the truth. This is the truth. When he was Pretty Boy Floyd, he could not sell the way he sold when he became Money Mayweather, when he hooked up with Al Heyman. This is facts. I've been watching that boy a long time. I ain't one of these Fairweather fans who just came on the scene, when Floyd fought, when he fought Manny Pacquiao, and then when he fought Conor McGregor, and I was like, oh yeah, Floyd, he the best TBE. No, these guys are the fanboys and Fairweather fans. I've been watching this kid. I watched him ever since '95. I remember him even before that when he used to spar with Pernell Whitaker. And I'm telling you, when he was Pretty Boy Floyd, he could not sell. He could not sell. He became when he fought Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya was that guy then. Oscar De La Hoya was the pay-per-view star then. Oscar De La Hoya was selling out anything. Oscar De La Hoya was that guy. Floyd wasn't. Floyd was in the shadow of Oscar De La Hoya. And Bob Arum always held De La Hoya as high preference over Floyd Mayweather. Go back. Do your research. Floyd, it took him a long time to become money made. This is facts. So Tank does have the benefit of, now let's transition So Leonard is right about that. If you are an A-side fighter and you can't sell and you never headline, if you never headlined a fight before, from a business standpoint, you can't say you're the A-side if you never headlined a fight before. From a business standpoint. Listen, guys, the key word is business, right? Now, if you headline a fight and you're struggling to sell tickets, that means that the fans, you have a disconnect from the fans, right? There's no excitement about you that makes the fans want to break their neck to buy your tickets when they hear your name. That's what that means. This is facts. This ain't no shade. This is facts. I don't give a damn who the fighter is. White fighter, black fighter, Latino fighter, Asian fighter. Doesn't matter who his race and nationality is, right? If you are any fighter, and if you are headlining a fight, and you are struggling to sell tickets, and no one is really buying your tickets, that tells you that you're not the guy who you think you are. This is facts. I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. He said that's a valuable lesson for some of these cats don't take from Floyd and Oscar. Floyd took 30% as the B-side, gambled on himself, beat Oscar, and became an icon. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying every fighter should do that, Dr. Mofongo, but I'm just saying Floyd really wanted to. And then Floyd, I think he had bought himself out of his contract too at that time. Bob Arum allowed him to, he didn't have to, but he did, allowed him to buy himself out of his contract for like $700,000 or something like that. Something like that. You see what I'm saying? So that's what happened. It worked out. I don't give a damn who the fighter is, though. If you're struggling to sell fights, guess what? You are not an A-side fighter. That tells you everything you need to know. This ain't about the feelings. This ain't about the feelings. This is facts. Now, Canelo Alvarez was a good fighter. Canelo, I'm finna hurt some Canelo fanboys' feelings. Finna hurt your feelings right here, boy. Canelo was a good fighter. He's a great fighter now. But guess what? Canelo Alvarez's career took off after he fought the GOAT, Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather beat his ass, gave him a boxing lesson. Beat him for 12 rounds. And then Canelo even took some moves from Floyd Mayweather. Literally. Upper body movement. A little bit of the shoulder roll. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's true. I get it. I know the Canelo Alvarez, not the fans, not the Canelo Alvarez fans, but the Canelo Alvarez fanboys. Because the Canelo Alvarez fanboys, the Tyson Fury fanboys, and the Deontay Wilder fanboys are very similar. But fanboys are very similar in general. Tank Davis fanboys, Errol Smith fanboys, just fanboys. I hate fanboys. That's why I hate fanboys, because you can't even have a logical cover. You can't even like come to a medium ground with them. What a fanboy is, what I say, what I believe is the law, and that's it. You can show them proof on top of proof, evidence to substantiate everything that you're saying. They don't come with any logic or show you stuff. It's just based off emotion. But the fact of the matter is, Canelo became big after he fought Floyd Mayweather. Facts. If you don't believe me, go back into time. And was Canelo a good name? He was a good name before fighting Floyd. But that fight he took off from there. Just like when Floyd Mayweather fought Oscar De La Hoya, that fight Floyd Mayweather took off and became Money Mayweather. If for any fighter, for most fighters to take off into the next stratosphere, most fighters, not all. I'm gonna give you another example. Muhammad Ali, he was Cassius Clay at the time. When did he take off in his career? After he beat Sonny Liston. After Muhammad Ali beat Sonny Liston, that's when Muhammad Ali took off. Changed his name to Muhammad Ali, and then he fought Sonny Liston again. He was Muhammad Ali, beat him again, hit him with the phantom punch. That's when he took off. Every fighter takes off after they fight somebody. Most of them. Now, I'm finna tell you something else. Guess when Oscar De La Hoya, he was the golden boy, right? Guess when Oscar De La Hoya kind of took off? When he beat Julio Cesar Chavez. Shout out to Black and Brown Boxing for dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy. Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He say facts, coach. Fanboys are impossible to deal with. Yes, sir. Leo says that Coach Canelo was already big. He has a country behind him. I live in Mexico, trust me. He will still be the best today without Floyd. Guess what, sir? I'm telling you, Leo, listen. Canelo Alvarez probably had the whole country of Mexico behind him. I'm going to give you that. I'm going to say that Canelo Alvarez had 5 countries behind him. We're going to say Canelo Alvarez had 20 countries behind him. Canelo Alvarez had 200 countries behind him when he fought Floyd Mayweather. Guess what happened, sir? From a boxing standpoint, Canelo boxing career took off after he fought Floyd Mayweather. Now, you say that he would have been big without Floyd. Guess what? We don't know that. What we do know is after he fought Floyd, what happened? That's what I'm speaking on what I know. This here is what we believe or what we think. And I'm not saying he probably would have been big, but all I'm saying is that's when he took off. Just like when Ali took off when he fought Sonny Liston, just like Oscar De La Hoya took off after he beat. Well, Oscar De La Hoya was already kind of big, to be fair, but he really took off after he beat Julio Cesar Chavez. You know, that's mostly how it is. That's mostly how it is, bro. That's mostly how it is. This ain't no hate. This ain't no shade. I'm just telling you guys how it is. You know what I mean? Like, if you look at boxing, a lot of times it's who the guy who you fight. I'm gonna give you a perfect example, Leo. Check this out. Canelo is fighting Caleb Plant, right? Nobody really knows who Caleb Plant is. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. Nobody really knows who Caleb Plant is, Leo. Check this out. If Caleb Plant beats Canelo Alvarez, guess what? Caleb Plant career gonna take off. I can promise you that. Everybody who did not know who Caleb Plant was, they're gonna know who he is if he beat Canelo Alvarez. That's how this shit works. That's how it works. That's how it works. Well, most of the time. Andy Ruiz, he ain't no big name. Andy Ruiz ain't no big name, but Andy Ruiz is a good fighter. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. Now what we're having is an objective conversation. This is no fanboyism, no shade on T.O., shade on Devin, shade on Lomachenko, shade on Floyd, shade on Tank. I'm telling you guys, this how this works, right? Shade on none of that. A fanboy hear what I'm saying and think I'm hating on their fighter because that's the fanboy in you that's telling you this. That's the fanboy in you that's telling you this, and that's fine, right? But I say all that to say this. Every fighter, most fighters have a signature fight. I'm gonna give you another example. I'm gonna give you another example right now. He says, Coach, Mike Tyson against Buster Douglas. Nobody knew who Buster Douglas was until that fight. Nobody knew who he was until that fight. And then Buster Douglas laid an egg against Evander Holyfield and he went off into the sunset. But that fight put him on the map. As a matter of fact, that fight put him on the map so much that the next fight, I think Buster Douglas got paid like $30 million or something like that. Literally. Puerto Rock says Plant won't beat Canelo. All right, well, I got Canelo beating him, but that's neither here nor there. He said, "What happened to Buster Douglas Mike Tyson fight?" Yeah, I'm just saying, like, Buster Douglas, he became a household name. Now, was he big? Was he a known in the career wise? Everybody knew who Buster Douglas was. Now, did he take off? No, he didn't really take off. Buster Douglas fought Evander Holyfield, got knocked out, got paid like $30 million, and he went off into the sunset. That was it. But most fights, when you fight somebody, you become that guy. It's always, look at it. Oscar De La Hoya beat Julio Cesar Chavez. Some fighters, when they lose to the top guy, if they put on a valiant effort, they become a big name as well. And then by Canelo having the entire country behind him, that helped as well. But listen, it don't make it seem like every fighter that came out of Mexico was a huge megastar. There's some fighters that came out of Mexico that wasn't a huge megastar like Canelo Alvarez. Only the cream rises to the top. The top guys out of Mexico are going to be those guys. But there's a whole lot of fighters that come out of Mexico. You know, and all of the Mexican fans don't get behind them like that, like they would the like the mega stars. You get what I'm saying? Like you could take just a regular. Listen, how many Mexican fighters we have in boxing right now? All of them are not big. All of them are not on Canelo level. They're not. So only the creme de la creme, the cream of the crop always rises to the top. But a lot of times, there's always a signature fight, that a defining moment in the history of time in the sport of boxing, where a fighter, whether he wins or loses, his career takes off. Now, of course, he still got to have the talent level to be able to fight these other guys, but that's what it is. But if you have a fighter that's struggling to sell tickets, if you have a fighter that cannot, he's selling 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 tickets, and he's a top guy, that should tell you that this guy is not who he thinks he is from a business standpoint in the sport of boxing. From a talent standpoint, yes. From a business standpoint, meaning that, does your name resonate with the fans? Perfect example, Canelo Alvarez. I don't like using Canelo because it's not fair to use Canelo. Anthony Joshua. I don't like using Anthony Joshua because it's not fair. These guys have a track record, regardless of who they fight, of selling out. Canelo just sold out a football stadium. Anthony Joshua has sold out several football stadiums. So that tells me everything I need to know. When you tell me that your favorite fighter is this top mega star, he's this big draw in boxing, when I look at his numbers, and if I see he's struggling, if I see, damn, he hasn't sold out in an event, damn, he just had a fight, his pay-per-view numbers suck, he hasn't sold out in an event, where is this guy huge at? What are you saying again? Oh, you hating. I said, okay, well, listen, I'm going to give you an example. This guy fight was announced, and he sold a football stadium out in so many hours, so many days, right? Your fight, as the people in the UK would say, yeah, we say right? Your fighter fought at a venue that was a fraction, a third of what this guy fought at a football stadium, and he could not sell out that venue. How was that fighter who could not sell out a venue bigger than the fighter who sold out a venue? Explain that to me. Can't nobody, he said, Coach, nobody paid attention to Vernon Forrest until he beat Sugar Shane Mosley twice. Yeah, he beat him twice just to show that it wasn't a fluke. Jay Smooth said that everybody was predicting Canelo to beat Floyd before they fought, saying Floyd older. It's facts. Then the fight came, what happened? You know what? Mueller says America can't compete with Saudi. He said that, Coach, look at Chavez Bachrex. Now, that man was 30 fights deep, but still fighting fighters. It was still 1-0 or 2-15. Yeah, listen. Chavez, when Chavez came to America, everybody knows Chavez fought a whole bunch of bombs and tomato cans over there in Mexico. We know that. We know that. I think he was like 60-0 when he came over here, something like that. I'm not sure. You know what I mean? But Chavez, when he came to America, he fought top competition and he was beating them. Chavez was a bad boy, dog. I ain't gonna talk bad about Chavez. He was a bad boy. He was a bad boy now. He was, he said you talking about which venues. I missed the comparison. No, what I'm saying is this here. This is what I'm saying. I hear these fanboys tell me that fighter A, who they are a fanboy of, is the biggest star in boxing. He's bigger than fighter B. The only problem with that is this. If fighter B has a track record of selling out football stadiums, 70,000, 80,000, 90,000, and fighter A has never sold out a venue, explain to me how fighter A is bigger than fighter B when fighter A can't sell out a goddamn hot dog stand, pay-per-view numbers suck, and networks are losing money on this guy. And they coming out on public saying, man, we lost money on this fight. We lost money on that fight. Explain that to me. That's all I'm saying. He said, I have to admit, even though America doesn't have the money or numbers there's something special about a big fight there. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying. That's it. That's all I'm saying. So, he said, Coach, nobody paid attention to Andy Ruiz until he beat Anthony Johnson. Man, Andy Ruiz was in, listen, Andy Ruiz was in LA, in California. This is what I heard. I don't know how true this is. They say Andy Ruiz was living with his mother, sleeping on the couch or something, before he fought Anthony Johnson. Andy Ruiz wasn't driving no Rolls Royces. He wasn't living in no mansions. None of that. The guy who was the main guy at the PBC was not Andy Ruiz. It was Deontay Wilder, the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Andy Ruiz pulled off the upset, one of the upsets of the year, century. Beat Anthony Joshua. Came back in the rematch. He lost, but he made a whole lot of goddamn money. And that's who, bro, like literally. Literally. I'm just being honest with you. Just being honest with you. But this is how it works. This ain't no hate or shade. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Now, as it relates to Teofimo Lopez, Teofimo has never headlined an event. This is facts. Teofimo is now the main attraction fighting Kambosos. Now, I will give Teofimo, I'm going to give him a pass on this fight. I'm going to tell you why, guys. Because he signed with Triller. Triller won the purse bid, and Triller did not do a good job with this. They couldn't get the fight dates together. Teofimo ended up getting COVID, so they missed one day. Okay, let's run through the chronological order. The fight was supposed to happen in June. Floyd Mayweather said that he was going to fight Jake Paul or Logan Paul, whichever one of the goddamn Pauls. And on the same date or around that same time, Triller realized, wait a minute, man, this is a bad idea. They realized they wasn't selling any tickets for this fight. The fight wasn't selling. So they said, we're going to move it to another date. When they moved it to another date, Teofimo had to pull out because he got COVID. He got sick, right? They moved it to another date. The ticket sales wasn't selling good. They moved it to another date, did another date, to the point where they say, the hell with it, man. This fight ain't doing well. We going out of it. We lost money. This is facts. This is facts. Now, the purse bid went to Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn has the purse bid. Now they're having this fight. George Kambosos and Teofimo Lopez, they're having this fight in New York. No. Yeah, Madison Square Garden somewhere. Madison Square Garden somewhere, right? So now, is this fight going to do good numbers? Guess what? We're going to find out. We're going to find out. Wayne Law said he said big time fights. I said that Canelo Fanboy said I was wrong. Yeah, but we're going to find out. We're going to find out what this do. Shout out to my main man, too. Hey, okay. He said, ain't no way that man got 5 kids. We're going to find out what it do. We're going to find out what it do. If Teofimo tickets don't sell well, if they don't do good numbers, that tells you everything you need to know. But I'm going to kind of give him a pass on this because of all of the ruckus that went on with the sales. But now Leonard Ellaby, now, Leonard might be throwing a little shade, too. He might be throwing a little shade. But we're going to see, how many sales, how many people buy this on the zone? How many people going to get this on the zone? They're going to watch it. It's going to be on the zone, so it's going to be a good fight. I got Teofimo stopping Kambosos myself. Teofimo's my favorite fighter in the lightweight division. Until somebody beat him, he's the guy over there. Until somebody beat Teofimo, he's the guy over there. And that's just how I see it. You know what I mean? Till somebody beat him, he's the guy over there. Now, as it relates to Teofimo, Devin Haney, Vasily Lomachenko, Tank Davis, Jojo Diaz, all of these guys need to fight each other. I would love for it to be some kind of tournament, guys. I would love for it to be some kind of tournament, guys. To be honest with you. Ben Adams said, Dillian White said Fury and Wilder can't sell out a stadium. Do you believe him, Coach? The proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. Wilder and Fury did not sell out neither one of their fights. That's no shade. That's no shade on Wilder, that's no shade on Fury. The facts is they had 3 fights. Neither one of the venues sold out. Facts. The numbers don't lie. He said, you can't blame that solely on T.O. Triller has a big part. Yeah, I just said that. I'm not, that's why I'm gonna give him a pass. I don't know if you was listening, but go back and I just said that. I can't really put it all on T.O. because the Triller situation. So I'm gonna give him a pass on this, but I'm gonna see what he does after. From this point forward, we're gonna see what kind of numbers Teofimo does. From this point forward. Right? Because he said not in Cali, if you watch on both fights, everybody know Canelo was green and had no chance. Yeah. I don't remember a whole lot of people picking Canelo to beat Floyd. Especially in the black community, ain't nobody picking Canelo. Nobody be picking Canelo. But maybe in other communities they were. And I got to go back and look and see what ESPN, probably ESPN was picking Canelo too. Because ESPN, they like Showtime and them, they hated Floyd. Larry Merchant and all those guys, they hated Floyd. They hated Floyd, boy. There's a whole lot of people lost money betting against Floyd. He says money does not mean anything. If you don't have the people to support, it's about legacy. You gotta have, again, this is my thing, like fighters like Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, Jojo Diaz, Tank Davis, those guys, it's going to take time for them to build up into that brand. Leonard was right about that. Floyd was not Money Mayweather at 23 years old. And this is what these guys, this is what these guys fail to realize. You guys and this is no shade to T.O. Senior. This is no shade to Bill Haney. This is no shade to Instagram. This is no shade to Twitter. This is no shade to social media in general, right? Of course, it's a different era, different time. But it takes time for you to build into that mega star. Canelo Alvarez did not become a mega star overnight. Let's go here and see. Okay, as a matter of fact, let's do this. Let's take it a step further. Now, I'm going to have to do some research on this myself. Pull up the numbers and stuff like that. Right? Let's look right here, guys. All right, this is Canelo. Canelo fought in Mexico. Most of his fights in Mexico. Canelo's first... he had a draw right here. Okay, I didn't know he had a draw. Most of Canelo's fights were in Mexico, right? Now, he did come to Miami on his 24th fight. And on his 23rd fight, he came to California. So he did come to the States twice. So his Canelo's 23rd fight and 24th fight, he did come to the States. Then he went back to Mexico, had some more fights, right? And then I think his biggest name when he came back to the States, guys, he fought, what's the boy name? Cotto's brother? Yeah, go right. Jose Cotto. He fought Jose Cotto, right? And then he had another fight in Mexico. And then he came back, Carlos Boldemir. Canelo wasn't no big megastar around this time. But then he moved up. He fought Shane Mosley. He became big after he was getting there. Became pretty big after he beat Shane Mosley. He fought Jose Cotto. He wasn't that guy that he is today at his 33rd fight, is what I'm saying. He wasn't that guy that he is today at his 33rd fight. Now, he fought Ricky Hatton's brother, Matthew Hatton. That was, I remember watching this fight. That was a pretty good fight. That's when he won the light middleweight title, the vacant light middleweight title, WBC light middleweight title, right? And then he, went on, and then he fought Shane Mosley. That was the fight that kind of like, okay, this Canelo is there. He's gonna be the next guy. He beat Shane Mosley. I remember this. He beat Josecito Lopez. He stopped him. He beat Austin Trout. Now, Canelo was becoming this star. I would even go as far to say he was a star at this point. And then when he fought Floyd Mayweather, a lot of people did say that Floyd Mayweather was going to lose to Canelo because he beat Shane Mosley, he beat Josecito Lopez, he beat Austin Trout. Some people say Austin Trout beat him. So they were saying a lot of ESPN. I remember the mainstream media was picking Canelo to beat Floyd. Floyd beat him in the shutout, and then he took off from there. You know, he fought this guy Alfredo Angulo. He fought Laura. A lot of people say Laura beat him. He fought James Kirkland. Then he fought Miguel Cotto. Then he fought Amir Khan. From up here, Canelo was this guy. He was that guy. He took off. And then the Triple G fight. He was a lot better fighter when he fought Triple G versus when he fought here. What really impressed me about Canelo, guys, the Canelo who fought Floyd Mayweather is a different fighter than he is today. The way he boxes now, he's 20 times better now than he was when he fought Floyd Mayweather. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 fights later, Canelo is a monster. 15 fights later, Canelo is a monster. But he wasn't this mega star here. He was a star when he beat Sugar Shane Mosley. When he beat Sugar Shane Mosley, that's when he got on everybody's radar. In America, I'm telling you right now. Now, in Mexico, he probably was God in Mexico. In Mexico, Canelo probably was God. I don't know that. But I'm saying here, when he beat Sugar Shane Mosley, not even when he beat Matthew Hatton. When he beat Matthew Hatton, he was like, but when he beat Sugar Shane Mosley, that's when he caught my eye. That's when he caught a lot of people's eyes. And then a lot of people mainstream media was saying that he was going to beat Floyd, and we know the rest is that. But then he took off after that. You see what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is when you fight certain fighters, you take off. After this, Canelo is on some other stuff right now. Right now, bro, and this is why I'm saying I kind of feel bad for the old boy, Caleb Plant, man. Caleb Plant is fighting this guy's in his prime. But, hey, man, who knows? Who knows, bro? Who knows? He said, imagine Canelo moved to heavyweight to fight AJ, coach. That would be some serious money they made. Woo! Yeah, well, that's a fantasy match. That's a fantasy match. That's a fantasy match. Now, as it relates to Devin Haney, guys, let's look up Devin Haney. Okay, let's look up Devin Haney, guys. Let's look up Devin Haney. Because Teofimo Senior did say that Devin Haney ain't fought nobody. Right? That's what he said. You ain't fought nobody. And to be fair, you can only fight who they put in front of you, right? To be fair, you can only fight who they put in front of you. Let's look at Teo record. We know Teofimo Lopez got the best record in the lightweight. Best resume next to Lomachenko. I say Lomachenko because Lomachenko had a couple of fights, couple of more fighters that he fought more so than Teofimo. I could be wrong. And let's look up Jojo Diaz. Let's look up Jojo Diaz. Oh, they don't have it on. See, they don't have it on him that he's fighting him yet because it has not been officially there. Let's look up Jojo Diaz, guys. Now, Jojo Diaz, to me, I think Jojo Diaz, that Fortuna fight was a damn good fight, bro. That was a damn good fight. That was a damn good fight. Okay, let's stop right here. Now, we know resumes don't win. We know resumes don't win fights. Let's see. Now, let's see what you guys saying in here, man. What y'all talking about? Deborah Booker says, you can say, well, whatever you want, but for me, whether he whooped his ass, kicked his ass, took him to school, gave him a boxing lesson, facts, nothing would ever change that. So stop talking, you're wasting your time. Okay. Jay Miller said, how can you say 20 times better when he hasn't fought anyone since Floyd? You fought Triple G. He fought Triple G. Okay, so a lot of this. Wait a minute, man. Okay, so y'all, you saying Canelo ain't fought nobody? We're gonna look at everybody. We're gonna look at it. We can talk about it from a skill set standpoint. We're gonna look at it from a skill set standpoint. I'm gonna be as objective as possible. Because I know this is subjective. If you don't like Canelo, he ain't fought nobody. If you like him, yada yada yada. Okay, cool. I get it. I get it. I get it. I understand. I understand. I get it. I get it. She says, I know, Lisa, but people are making excuses for Andy losing the second fight and not giving AJ the credit when he beat Andy fair and square. Yeah, that is true. That is true. When Andy Ruiz beat Anthony Joshua, Anthony Joshua was a hype job, yada yada yada. Anthony Joshua is making a mistake by rematching Andy Ruiz. He should fight 2 or 3 more fights before he goes straight into the rematch. And then when Andy Ruiz loses to Anthony Joshua in the second fight, they made all kind of excuses for him. Oh, Andy gained weight. AJ was running. But this is what fanboys do. You can't. This is why I don't like fanboys. A fanboy would not give anyone credit outside of their fighter who they are a fanboy of. This is. He said, Coach, you think Haney wants smoke? I respectfully disagree. Yeah, I think he do. I think he do, fam. I think he do. I think he does. I think he does. Triple G ain't no Floyd. Of course, Triple G not no Floyd. Ain't nobody's no Floyd, but it's Triple G or somebody. Like, listen. I hope. Okay, a warning. Attention. There is no Floyd Mayweathers out there. I get it. You hate Canelo Alvarez. That's fine. I get it. Canelo Alvarez fanboys hate Floyd. That's fine. What I'm not going to do is run with your narratives because you hate these guys. You keep the hate. Whoever you're a fanboy of, stay the fanboy. I ain't got no problem with that. But what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to run with your narrative. I'm not going to do that. Shout out to Paul Evans for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy!
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, Coach, first, miss me tonight. Peace to you and your family. I'm partying like it's 1999. For sure, Paul, man. Salute to Paul Evans, man, and salute to Ava as well. I appreciate that. Okay, listen. There are no Floyd Mayweathers in boxing. I hope we understand this. There's only one Floyd Mayweather. There's only one Deontay Wilder. There's only one Canelo Alvarez. There's only one Devin Haney. There's only one Teofimo Lopez. There's only one Alexander Usyk. There's only one Dillian White. There's only one whatever, right? So, if you can't punish Canelo because he didn't fight 15 more Floyd Mayweathers. So he said, you said none of these guys are better. So how is he better? That's my opinion. My opinion, Jay Miller, is Canelo is a lot better fighter. Based on the skill set, what am I basing that on? I'm going to answer your question right now. Based on the skills that I saw Canelo display against Floyd when he lost to Floyd, he's fighting a lot better than after Floyd than when he fought Floyd. That's what I'm basing that on. I'm basing that on what my eyeballs have shown me. I'm saying, okay, you know what? He got that little twitch right now. Oh, I see he's slipping punches a lot better right now. Oh, he putting a little bit of the shoulder roll with it right now. Oh, his upper body movement and defense is a lot better right now. Oh, when he fought Floyd, he was real easy to be hit when he fought Floyd. When he fought, but now he's not as easy to be hit. That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking at. Shout out to Toon for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy!
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna pull up Triple G's resume right now. I'll do that, fam. Shout out to Rider of the Storm. For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy!
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He says, salute Coach Mal. He said, I got Haney versus JoJo. But Haney will get dropped in that fight. But will box circles around JoJo after touching the canvas. Yeah. You know, that's gonna be a good fight. I think Jojo Diaz is gonna have to make it a dog fight. We're gonna have to make it a dog fight. So okay, so let's do this. So Canelo Alvarez hasn't fought anybody. Eris Londo is nobody. Okay. James Kirkland is nobody. None of these guys are Floyd Mayweather. We can't punish Canelo for not fighting 15 Floyd Mayweathers to fight after he fought Floyd Mayweather. We can't punish him for not fighting 15 more Floyd Mayweathers. Because we can make that same argument against your favorite fighter. Whoever your favorite fighter is, I can promise you I can pull up their resume and I can do the exact same thing. But I get it. Trust me, I get it. You hate Canelo. I get it. All right, now, Canelo fought Lara. He's not Floyd Mayweather. He ain't fought nobody. James Kirkland was nobody. Miguel Cotto, he's a Hall of Famer. He's nobody. Amir Khan, Glass Shin, he's nobody. Liam Smith is nobody. Julio Cesar Chavez is nobody. Triple G is nobody. Rocky Fielding is nobody. Yeah, Rocky Fielding really is nobody. But you know what I mean? Daniel Jacobs, he's nobody. Sergey Kovalev, he's nobody. Callum Smith, he's nobody. Yildirim, he really was nobody. I ain't gonna lie. That dude, I call him the turkey from Turkey. This was a terrible fight. But it is what it is. Billy Joe Saunders, he's nobody. And so guess what? Caleb Plant is nobody. So I get what you're saying. All of these guys are nobodies. All of these guys are nobodies. So my question is this here. Has Canelo Alvarez, from a skill set standpoint, does he fight better post Floyd Mayweather or pre-Floyd Mayweather? In my opinion, you do not have to agree with it, Toon. Jay Miller, you do not have to agree with it. In my opinion, Canelo Alvarez is a lot better fighter now than he was then after Floyd Mayweather. Now, I know your argument. Well, what are you basing that on? He ain't fought nobody. I'm basing that on the skill set that I see that he's using right now, currently in the sport of boxing. When he fought Floyd Mayweather, the things that he's doing now in the boxing ring, he wasn't doing that when he fought Floyd Mayweather. That's what I'm basing that on. If you cannot see any improvements in Floyd Mayweather before the Floyd fight, then guess what? I'm not here to convince you of that. I am not here to convince you to like Canelo Alvarez. One thing my mother taught me, she taught me this. She said, when somebody don't like you, there's nothing that you can do to make them like you. So I'm not trying to make you like the guy. Tool says Triple G is a nobody. Okay. All right, but that's your opinion. So I'm not here to have an argument with you on that. You don't like Canelo, he's nobody, Triple G is nobody, and that's fine. That's your opinion. I don't agree with you, but that's your opinion. Toon, there's nothing that I can say. I can talk till my lips fall off. There's nothing that I'm going to say to convince you other than what you already want to believe. You can talk till your lips fall off. There's nothing that you or Jay Miller can say that's going to convince me that's going to convince me of what you want me to believe. We just going to agree to disagree. That's it. We can move on. This is a dead topic. There's nothing that you can say that's going to make me agree with you. There's nothing I'm going to say that's going to make you agree with me. Nothing. But I get it. Shout out to Real Dude Uprising for dropping that half for bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said Triple G Boogeyman badge was taken by Daniel Jacobs before he even saw Canelo, but Saul sealed the deal. Hey, it's some fights I think Canelo lost. I thought Canelo lost the first Triple G fight. I still believe he lost the first Triple G fight. But let me pull up Triple G resume for Toon. Toon say Triple G is a nobody. Okay, he's nobody. All right. That's his opinion. It's fine. Who Triple G fought? Okay, Triple G fought Marco Antonio Rubio. You know, I ain't gonna look at these fights down here. I don't know a lot of these guys down here, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. He fought in Denmark, Germany. I'm gonna go by who he fought in the U.S. He fought Gabe Rosado. Stopped him. Matthew Macklin. I remember this fight. I remember this fight right here. Rubio, I think I saw this fight. I definitely saw the Martin Murray fight. I saw this fight right here, Martin Murray. I saw this Martin Murray fight. David Lemieux, I saw that fight right there. Dominique Wade. I didn't see that fight. Kell Brook, I saw this fight right here. Kell moved up and waited to fight him. Daniel Jacobs. I thought Daniel Jacobs beat Triple G, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought Daniel Jacobs beat Triple G. After Triple G got knocked, after Daniel Jacobs got knocked down, I thought Daniel Jacobs beat Triple G. Not gonna lie to you. This was not a unanimous decision win for me. Just being honest with you guys. When Triple G fought Canelo, I thought Triple G beat Canelo in the first fight. So for all you Canelo Alvarez diehards out there, oh, I know you're gonna come from my head, but I'm telling you my opinion. I thought Triple G won this first fight against Canelo. But it doesn't matter. It was they declared it a draw, right? Triple G fought this guy. This is nobody. Triple G does not have a really good resume, to be honest with you. He doesn't have a really strong resume. Fought Canelo again. He lost to a majority decision. Steve Rose, Sergey Derevyanchenko. I thought Triple G lost against Derevyanchenko. I thought Triple G lost against Derevyanchenko. Derevyanchenko was going to Triple G's body. He was giving Triple G that work. But they gave it to Triple G, a unanimous decision. This was a robbery if I ever seen one. In my opinion, Triple G should have had a loss against Derevyanchenko, and he should have had a loss against Daniel Jacobs, and he should have had a win against Canelo in the first fight. But that's neither here nor there. But Triple G fought Derevyanchenko. Derevyanchenko is nobody, I guess, to tune. Canelo is nobody, I guess, to tune. Daniel Jacobs is nobody, I guess. So, you know, these guys are nobody. Now, I will say this. He didn't have a bunch of these other guys. I don't know who they are. Gabriel Rosado. I know this guy right here. But now what you're going to do now, Tune, is we're going to look at resumes now. Now, Tune, guess what? We're going to look at resumes. You already know where I'm going at with this, right, Tune? You have to know where I'm going at with this. You have to know where I'm going at with this. You have to know where I'm going at with this. Because now, when you say that, okay, what are you basing that on? What are you basing that Canelo Alvarez has gotten better when he ain't fought nobody? Tune, I know that your favorite fighter is Tank Davis. I know this about you, my brother. I know that your favorite fighter is Tank Davis. So what we're going to do, we're going to use your same talking points. We're going to use your same talking points, Tune, and we're going to apply that to Tank Davis. And let's see, do other people in the chat believe that Tank Davis has fought somebody and that Tank Davis is a great fighter based on the competition that he's been fighting? We're going to get to Tank in a minute. I'm coming. I'm going to get there. So, Canelo, they say that Canelo hasn't gotten better. He doesn't really have the skills. He ain't fought nobody. Okay, that's fine. They say Triple G, and his resume is not all that, and that is true. But he has some good fights for certain fighters. But his resume, they say Triple G is nobody based on his resume, right? Okay, let's go. Let's go. He said, Arlette, yeah, that's why I call him Uber Longa. No, we got to do this. John Doe say, no, Coach, don't. No. He says, no, Floyd Mayweather. Come on, Coach. Yeah, I know Floyd Mayweather, but I do remember Tank Davis as well. He say, Coach, take some of that on CBD, bro. You on fire. No, I know Floyd is your favorite fighter. But I remember you're talking about Tank Davis as well. You love Tank Davis. Well, I remember this like it was yesterday. I remember like this was yesterday. Right? Floyd Mayweather, everybody not Floyd Mayweather. We know Floyd Mayweather's TBE. We know Floyd Mayweather fought everybody. There's a lot of criticism about Floyd Mayweather as well. There's a lot of criticism about Floyd Mayweather as well. I know a lot of it. I know too, and I think you said you're 28. So I have almost 20 years on you. There's a lot of stuff I know about. Like you probably ain't know nothing about Pretty Boy Floyd. You probably didn't know that Floyd Mayweather could not sell out a hot dog stand before you became a fan of him. You probably didn't know none of that. Giving you a little history lesson here. But I know you are a Tank fan. Shout out to Deborah.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
I like Tank Davis. He's one of my favorite fighters. But guess what? We are going to apply the same. Triple G is a nobody fighter because he ain't fought nobody. Canelo Alvarez, according to the narrative, Canelo Alvarez, he ain't really showed no improvement. He ain't fought nobody since he fought Floyd. So how can you say Canelo is a great fighter and he ain't fought nobody? Okay.
Hey, okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. So we established that. Triple G is nobody. He ain't fought nobody, and his resume is kind of weak. I'm not going to lie. But he's a talented fighter. He's a damn good fighter. Can't take that from him. Canelo, I say Canelo he's a great fighter since he lost to Floyd Mayweather. I see a lot of improvements. One of the brothers say, well, I don't see no improvements. So guess what? I'm going to take that narrative. We're going to run with it, and we're going to apply this to Tank Davis. So let's look up Tank Davis. Is Tank Davis a superstar fighter? Is Tank Davis, Toon, how do you feel about Tank Davis, Toon? How do you feel about Tank Davis, Toon? My brother, how do you feel about Tank Davis? Pull him up right quick. Might as well pull him up. I got I think I have Devin Haney up. Matter of fact, we're gonna pull up Ryan Garcia too. Let's pull up the Young Bucks. Let's pull up all the Young Bucks. We're gonna pull up Ryan Garcia too. Let's pull up Ryan Garcia. We're gonna pull them all up now. Wayne, what you say, Wayne? He says, all facts, coach. Floyd used to cry about not getting big time fights and not making the money he wanted. Yeah, see, but these young guys, they don't know this, Wayne, they don't know this. They don't know this. So it's our job to educate them. They don't know. Shout out to Jay Miller.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, I appreciate you debating, coach. Yeah, man, I appreciate you supporting the channel, Jay Miller. I'm not really debating. What I'm trying to say, Jay Miller, is this. You can make that argument for any fighter if that's the case. There's only one Floyd Mayweather. Well, I can't hold a fighter to Floyd Mayweather standards. Floyd Mayweather is a once-in-a-lifetime generational fighter. I can't punish Canelo because he ain't fined 15 more Floyd Mayweathers to fight that we can say he showed any improvement. You see what I'm saying? I can't punish him for that. Or that's any fighter. That's not fair to him or any fighter. And I try to be as fair as possible. And I hate Canelo Alvarez fanboys. They are some of the worst. Canelo Alvarez fanboys, Deontay Wilder fanboys, Tyson Fury fanboys are some of the worst. Manny Pacquiao fanboys, Floyd Mayweather fanboys. I'm telling you, I'm cut from a different era, and I had my fanboy days. Pernell Whitaker, you see Sweet Pea back there. Ali, Tyson, Marvelous Marvin Hagler. I got Roy Jones over there. I got I got Sugar Ray Robinson. So, it goes on. Toon told me Sugar Ray Robinson was nobody. I had to ask him, bro, how old are you? When he said that. I remember that like it was yesterday. I was like, oh, hell no. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But let's keep going. Shout out to Real Dude.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said Canelo boxing IQ leveled up fighting FMM Floyd Mayweather. Whoever can't see that ain't looking. They can't see it. Shout out to Toon.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said you misunderstood me. He said Tank Canelo has improved, but he hasn't fought a Floyd-like style. Who has a Floyd-like style? And Tank ain't fought a 50-50 fight yet. I give you that. Yeah, cause we finna go over there right now. He hasn't fought a Floyd-like style. Who has a Floyd-like style? So let me ask you a question. I'm finna ask you 2 questions. Who has a Floyd-like style that you want to see Canelo fight? That's 1. And 2, as it relates to Tank Davis, well, you ought to answer that. I think you leaning back on Tune. You leaning back on Tank now. But we finna pull him up anyways. Shout out to Wayne Love Peacock.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Jay Smooth said, nah, Coach Tune didn't say that. Tune said that he was talking about how many title defenses that Floyd Mayweather had versus Sugar Ray Robinson. And I was explaining to him, I say, dude, you're looking at a different era. And you're looking at, you got to look at Sugar Ray Robinson was fighting dudes every 2-3 weeks. Some guys. Sugar Ray Robinson won, I think he went 40-something and 0. And then he lost the fight, and then he won his next straight 89 fights. When you talk about pound for pound, the best fighter, the pound for pound comes from Sugar Ray Robinson. Sugar Ray Robinson is the very definition of pound for pound, greatest fighter of all time. Like literally, because he fought in 4 or 5 different weight classes, became champions. Didn't fight him at no catch weights, none of that. Didn't fight no fighters at no catch weights. But Toon doesn't know that. He's only 20-something years old. He's like 27, 20. He didn't know that. And he's a fanboy of Floyd Mayweather. So in his eyes, Floyd is the epitome of everything righteous when it comes to boxing, and everybody else is nothing. And I get that, and I understand that. I understand that. But you ain't going to get me to agree with that. You know what I mean? Because I know better. But that's subjective to him. That's how he feels. He loves Floyd that much. He say, who was Floyd? Who has a style like Floyd? Not Andrade, not Charlo. Nobody has a style like Floyd. So that's my whole point. That's my whole argument. He ain't fought nobody with his Floyd-like style. Okay, who has a Floyd-like style? And I'm not banging on my brother. He's only 20. I'm not banging on my brother. He don't know no better. You know, so I'm not gonna jump down this. So he don't know no better. He say there's no one at his weight class that has a style like Floyd. Plant is the closest, but his defense is subpar. Okay, so all right. So Plant is the closest. Plant is the closest. Okay, so now,
Okay.
do anybody consider Plant somebody? Tune, Jay Miller, do you consider Plant somebody? Is he? Well, you just said his defense is subpar. What he said? He's talking about. Let's see. He said, yeah, but Coach Santa Cruz moved up on the fight Tank, gave him problems before he got sparked out. Imagine what Haney would do to him. Okay. Javon Soto said, dude, they ain't no Floyd lifestyle. Devin Haney, boy, move up to fight Canelo. Now I know I laugh and joke about Caleb Plant. I say that he's a white Floyd Mayweather mixed with a little bit of Sugar Ray. You know what I mean? But I'm just being honest with you. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna apply that same standard. Canelo ain't fought nobody. Triple G ain't fought nobody. Okay. Who is Tank fought? Who has Tank fought? Let's see. Tank fought. Who has he fought so far? He's 26 fights in. He's 25 fights in. Mario Barrios. Is he somebody? No. Leo Santa Cruz. He moved up in weight. And Leo Santa Cruz, he all right. I give you that. Leo Santa Cruz somebody. If I give you Leo Santa Cruz, but if I go by your standard, Canelo ain't fought nobody since Floyd, so I can't even give you Leo Santa Cruz. I would say Leo Santa Cruz ain't nobody. That's subjective to me, right? Gamboa was 500 years old when Tank fought him. Gamboa was 500 years old when Tank fought him. I'm not taking away any credit from Tank for beating Gamboa, but I'm just saying if we're going to apply these same standards, let's apply them. Let's go all the way live with it. That's all I'm saying. Let's go all the way live with it. Gamboa lost to Crawford right here at his 24th fight. And then and then that was 2014. Then Tank got a hold of him 2019, 5 years later. And Gamboa was a washed up fighter. Is that shade on Tank? No, but we got to apply that same standard, right? We got to apply that same standard. Toon said Barrios was the champion, undefeated champion. Okay, but how can you give Tank credit for beating Barrios on one breath, but then you're going to say Canelo ain't fought nobody, and when he beat Triple G, you say Triple G is nobody. Is Triple G a better fighter than Barrios? Or is Barrios a better fighter than Triple G? I'm pointing out your bias right here, Toon. Here you go. I'm finna pull you out the closet now. Now I'm finna pull you out the closet. Been waiting on you. Listen, so you're trying to tell me that Mario Barrios, a dude who had a regular WBA champion who ain't nobody heard of. I ain't never heard of this dude before. Mario Barrios. He stopped him in the 11th round. You're going to say he's somebody, but you're going to say Triple G was nobody? Literally. I'm not trying to convince you of anything. I know you very well, brother, when it comes to this boxing stuff. I get it. 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 Okay, let's go on, though. Let's go on, Toon. Gamboa, 100 years old when he fought him. Who else he fought? Hugo Ruiz. Like, I could have, listen, the same standard that you're holding Canelo to, I can use that same standard for Gervonta Davis. I can sit back and say, you know what, man, if I look at Canelo's resume, he don't fought tougher competition than Tank. Every fight he's fought, he's the heavily favored in. Literally. But I get what you're saying, though. I get what you're saying. I see where you're coming from. I get what you're saying. Damian Bennett said it definitely has to be a young man. Yeah. That's my little young brother. That's my little young brother. He's a fanboy of Floyd Mayweather, so that's Toon. He doesn't know a lot about Floyd Mayweather. He doesn't. Tommy Hill, he thinks he does, but he doesn't. He doesn't know a lot about Floyd Mayweather. Because a lot of the stuff I'm talking about, he's not familiar with it. He say Tank Davis is a good fighter, but his pay-per-view number sucks at 200,000 per view, average to any boxer in history. Yeah, you can't even compare Tank Davis to his historical numbers in pay-per-view. You can't compare him to that. You can't compare him to that. Blitz Bang said he don't know boxing codes. I'm just saying. Jay Miller, he's shout out to Jay Miller.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He says, Coach. He said, Coach, it's more about style and skill. Okay, cool. I'm glad you brought the style and skill up. Jay Miller, is there anyone that Tank Davis has fought? Mario Barrios. Is there anything about his style and skill that impresses you? Leo Santa Cruz. Is there anything about Leo Santa Cruz style and skill that impresses you as in comparison to a Tank Davis? Is there anything about Yorkis Gamboa, about his style and skill? And Tank stopped him in the 12th round. And this guy had a torn Achilles in like the first or second round. Second or third round, this guy had a torn Achilles. And he went 12 rounds with Tank with a torn Achilles that he had to have surgery on. And it took Tank 12 rounds to stop this guy. And this was a TKO, wasn't even a knockout. Am I hating or am I telling the truth? Ricardo Nunez. Like, tell me somebody on Tank Davis's resume. And Tank Davis is one of my favorite fighters. But what are we doing today? We're going to apply that same Canelo standard. We're going to apply that same standard. That same Triple G standard. You can't sit here and tell me that Triple G is nobody. He ain't fought nobody. Canelo, he ain't really fought nobody that was on Floyd level. Ain't nobody on Floyd level. But then tell me that this guy Tank Davis been fighting monsters. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that. You cannot tell me that. You're going to have a hard time convincing me of this. As a matter of fact, you'll be wasting your breath. Since we're going to use that same resume standard, right? I don't see nothing on here that impressed me. I'm just being honest with you. And now he's saying Rolly Romero. Am I impressed with Rolly Romero? No. He's a good troll on Instagram, but that's about it. Jay Miller says, no, Tank's competition didn't really test his skill. Pedraza was his best test. Yeah. Mark Ambrose says, Canelo pop dirty. Tank never has. That's true. That's facts. That's facts. Canelo has pop dirty. Tank never has. That's facts. That's facts. He says, if I was in your seat, I'd be labeled a hater or a racist. Problem, I'm have threats against my life too. Okay. Leo says, hey coach, that's why these young boys don't understand. I'm Mexican, I admire Roy Jones, Tyson, B Hart, Winky Wright. True boxer fan don't see no color. Yeah. Easy Don said, coach, all of them are bums. Once I became pro, they finna duck me. Once I become pro, they finna duck me. I'm just saying, like, we can see this is the argument, and this is the argument. Listen, fanboys always put themselves in this trap. They put themselves in a trap that they can't get out of. They'll make an argument for their fighter, not knowing that their argument is flawed, because when we do a comparison to their fighter, we'll see a whole lot of holes in it. And then they got to try to run back and try to defend their position. And when they can't defend their position, they call you a hater, and they say that they say you're a hater, and what else they say? They say you're a hater, and you're a fanboy. No, they don't say you're a fanboy. They say you're a hater, and they'll never address the merits of what you're talking about. This is the problem. Shout out to Shane.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that bam hundo on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Shane said, if Andre Ward came out of retirement, could he beat Canelo at super middleweight? I have no idea, to be honest with you. Trevor Bryan and Daniel Dubois might fight in December. That'll be a great fight. The road to 500 is a little closer. Salute. Shout out to Shane, man, for dropping that hundo on your boy, man. I really appreciate that. Shout out to Jamie Nieto.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said these people saying T.O. don't sell tickets are the same people that complain Canelo hasn't fought Charlo Andrade, knowing they don't sell tickets. Wow. I didn't even think about that. James Brown, what's up, fam? He said, big up to the chat as well. Best boxing community. We ain't delusional over here like the LWBC. No, I can't do it, dog. I'm not gonna do it. It's like, he said, I don't think anyone is saying Canelo isn't a great fighter. No, it was a question that was posed to me that was saying that, how are you saying that Canelo is a great fighter? I think you said it, J Mill. I'm not sure. How are you considering Canelo a great fighter? And I broke it down to you why I consider him a great fighter, because he showed leaps and bounds of improvement since he fought Floyd Mayweather. This is why I said that. This is the only reason why we having this whole discussion right here about Canelo. Because I consider him a great fighter. And I was, I think either you said it or Toon said it, based on what? He ain't fought nobody. He ain't fought nobody great since Floyd Mayweather. And I was like, well, listen, man, Floyd Mayweather there's only one Floyd Mayweather. It's not Canelo's fault that there's not 25 other Floyd Mayweathers out there. Floyd Mayweather is a once in a lifetime generation fighter. I've been following Floyd since '95. Watch both his uncles fight. I saw both fights that Roger Mayweather had against Julio Cesar Chavez. I remember when Floyd used to spar with Pernell Whitaker. Toon don't know that. I know he don't know that, so I ain't gonna jump down the brother's throat.
Hey, okay.
He don't know no better. Shout out to High and Low.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said the channel where boxing really matters. Okay, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to Shane. What's Shane at? Shane said if Andre Ward came out of retirement, could he beat Canelo at super middleweight? I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. I'm gonna tell you why, Shane, because Canelo, Andre Ward would have to get in shape. I put it this way. If I give you a better answer, if Andre Ward came out of retirement right now and his first fight was against Canelo Alvarez, I don't think he would beat him. He's going to have to fight some tune-ups. Trevor Bryan and Daniel Dubois, who I got on that, I'm biased. I'm gonna go with Trevor. I'm gonna go with Trevor Bryan. I'm gonna go with Trevor Bryan. You know, I've been capping for him hard over here. So if he was to come out of retirement right now, first fight back against Canelo Alvarez, that's gonna be a hell of a fight. I don't think Andre Ward do that anyways. I think he would need maybe a couple of tune-up fights. To be honest with you. Yeah, I would think he would need just a couple of tune-up fights. Because it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to beat a fighter that's been active. And Canelo don't have what? I'm finna tell you what I mean by that too. It's Canelo done had 1, 2, 3. He's had 3 fights in 2000. Well, he's going on his 3rd fight in 2021. He's had 4 fights. When he fight Caleb Plant, this is going to be his 4th fight in less than a year. Canelo Alvarez is the most active fighter in boxing right now out of the top guy. Out of whoever you say is the top boxer right now, there's no fighter in boxing that's had more fights than Canelo Alvarez in the last 4 years. And I'm talking about the top guys. You see what I'm saying? So he's been more active. I would think that, that he would have to, Andre Ward would have to have a couple of good tune-up fights in order to get him, instead of jumping straight into the fight. So I hope that answered your question, Shane. Shout out to Real Dude for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Real Dude said, let's be real. Boxing is not overflowing with elite superstars. The resume argument holds no weight. You know what? You know what? You make a valid point there too. But this is what I'm saying. The resume argument holds no weight. But Real Dude, check this out. But for the people who like to bring up resumes to justify, okay, the fighter that I hate, I'm gonna say he ain't fought nobody. Look at his resume. All I do is this is what I do, Real Dude. What I do is simple. What I do is real simple. I see the narrative, right? And I take that same narrative and I flip it and apply it to the guys who's pushing that narrative to their fighter. And what I notice is when I apply it to their fighter, they go to wiggling and twisting and turning and, because it's like, damn, the same thing you're saying about the fighter that you don't like, that rule could be applied to your fighter. Because it's all subjective at the end of the day. It's subjectivity, right? That's all I'm saying. So, but that rule can be applied. That's all I'm doing. Am I taking anything away from Tank Davis? No. But you can't take nothing away from Canelo while saying that Tank Davis is a killer or a gangster. But when we apply that same rule to Tank, no, you can't do that. You said, no, that's all I'm pointing out the double standard and the hypocrisy. And that's why I always say, if these guys did not have a double standard, they would not have a standard at all. Shout out to Real Dude. Hey, okay. For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy. I appreciate that, fam. You get what I'm saying, though. Shout out to Jamie Nieto. Hey, okay. For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said Tank telling Tio he needs to sell ticks is hypocritical. So you telling me Barrios and Rolly are going to sell more than the unification with Tio? This is what I'm saying. Oh, shout out to Toon. He say, now you're lying on me, coach. What did I lie on you about, Toon? Correct me on it. If I'm lying on you, please correct me, and I'll apologize. Please correct me. Please correct me, Toon. But this rule could be applied for any fighter. I can go to Vasily Lomachenko resume. Let's go to Vasily Lomachenko. It's gonna be kind of hard to do that though. Vasily Lomachenko fought on Rigondeaux, but you could say, hey, Rigondeaux had to move up in weight, so he don't get no credit for that. But I remember this like it was yesterday. When Rigondeaux fought Lomachenko, a lot of people were picking Rigondeaux to beat him. He fought Jorge Linares. Pretty sure he was somebody, right? He fought Jose Pedraza in 2018. He fought Anthony Croya. I ain't counting that guy. He fought Luke Campbell. That was a damn good fight there. I'm not gonna lie. That was a good fight right there. Ryan Garcia stopped him with a body shot, I think. Then he fought Teofimo Lopez and he lost. And he fought Nakatani. And now he's fighting Richard Coleman. So is Lomachenko, what do you feel about Lomachenko? What do you feel about Lomachenko? So, but I'm saying, I can do this all day. Let's go to Jojo Diaz for the Jojo Diaz fans. He fought on Gary Russell Jr. He lost a unanimous decision. I remember that fight. That was a good fight. That was a damn good fight. Jesus Rojas fought that guy. Charles Huerta. He fought Freddie Fonseca. Yeah, you know what? I think I remember. I'm telling you, is this the guy? Freddie? No, I didn't see that fight. I didn't see that fight. Now I remember Jesus Cuadro. I remember him. I kind of like watched maybe the first 6 rounds of this fight, guys, to be honest with you, and I kind of turned off from it. I remember the Tevin Farmer fight. Now, this is what put me up on Jojo Diaz. When he fought Tevin Farmer, I was like, oh, okay. Hey, okay. I was like, oh, this guy right here is the real deal. And then the way he fought Javier Fortuna, now me personally, I think Javier Fortuna, I think that fight was a little closer than a unanimous decision, to be honest with you guys. But that fight impressed me, and this fight impressed me. But if you don't like Jojo Diaz, you can say that, hey, he ain't fought nobody. You know what I mean? But what Tune there? Tune, tell me what I lied on you about. All right, Tune, tell me what I lied on you about. You're telling me I'm lying, but you ain't telling me what I lied on you about. He said, damn, coach, he said, damn, can coach and Tune, no, not just to agree to disagree. Yeah, we gonna move on, because he ain't telling me what I lied on him about, so I'm gonna move on from that. All right, we can dissect anybody's resume. We can dissect anybody's resume, right? That's all I'm saying. Tank ain't fought nobody. For argument's sake, okay, Canelo ain't fought nobody, if you want to say that. Gennady, Triple G ain't nobody. We can say that if you want to say that. Tank ain't fought nobody, so I guess he ain't nobody as well. I don't agree with that, but Tune says, shout out to Tune. Hey, okay. For dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy!
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Okay, all right. He said I never said Canelo didn't fight anybody. Okay, cool. So I was wrong. Tank Tune said that he never said that Canelo ain't fought nobody. All right, cool. So we got that out the way. So I apologize to Tune for saying that he said that Canelo ain't fought nobody. Bam. Now, where I disagree with you at, I said Triple G was a nobody. I totally disagree with you on that. Triple G is a somebody fighter. I totally disagree on that, but that's your opinion. We can agree to disagree on that. I never said Tank was fighting killers. I'm a fan, but I'm aware that Tank ain't fighting the best. Okay. He said, I guess he said you owed him. All right, cool. All right, so I'm glad you admitted that. I'm glad that you admitted that Tank ain't fighting no killers. Tank ain't fought nobody. But you did do an argument. You did raise an argument by saying that Tank fought Mario Barrios. Mario Barrios is nobody. He's in the nobody category. So when I look at Tank Davis's resume, Tank ain't fought nobody for me. And this is a shout out to all of my brothers and sisters in B more in the DC area. Tank ain't fought nobody. I ain't impressed with nobody who he fought. Even Leo Santa Cruz. Leo Santa Cruz ain't stand a chance in hell. And I knew this, and you knew this, and everybody knew this, right? So Mario Barrios is nobody. He had a Reggie belt. That's it. He's nobody. Rolly Romero is nobody. So we agree on that. Tank ain't fought nobody. So since he ain't fought nobody, I don't know how I can make an argument now to him and say I can't say how good Tank really is because based on the nobodies he's fought, how do I know who he fought? How do I know how good he is? Because he ain't fought nobody. To me. Now, do I like Tank? Of course I like Tank. Tank is a damn good fighter. But he ain't fought nobody. But I'm basing that based on the skills that I see that he is using in the ring against nobody fighters. That's all I'm saying. But shout out to my main man, too.
Hey, Leroy!
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Now, the Triple G, I give you that. Triple G ain't really fought no hell of a fighters. He fought some good fighters. Daniel Jacobs, Darenchenko, Canelo Alvarez, Kell Brook, but Kell Brook had to move up and weight. I give you that. But Triple G resume is weaker than sugar water outside of 4 or 5 fighters. But I'm not going to say that Triple G is a nobody fighter. Triple G is a somebody fighter. I'm not going to. We're just going to agree to disagree on that. And I apologize for misinterpreting what you said about Canelo ain't fought nobody. But I could have swore I heard you seen you say that Canelo ain't fought nobody since Floyd. I could have swore you said that. Canelo ain't fought nobody after Floyd Mayweather. That's what I could have swore that you said. But I digress. I probably can pull the receipt up and see. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna screenshot it and I'm gonna have it up and I'm gonna show everybody. If you said that, I'm gonna screenshot it and show everybody. But if you didn't say it, I apologize. I was wrong. We can agree to disagree, my brother. Shout out to Chick.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that half a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, respect to you and the channel, coach. Wonderful live lesson today, baby. Yeah, yes, sir. Shout out to Chick, man. Shout out to Chick. Jay Miller says, you're right. We don't know how good Tank is. And I'm from Baltimore. Yeah, exactly. Like Tank is one of my favorite fighters, but I don't know how good he is because for me to gauge, for you, listen, this is how it works. For you to gauge how good a fighter is, you have to gauge him. Not only does he pass the eye test, but he has to be gauged based on who he's fighting. How do you know how good Ali was, who he fought? How do you know how good Tyson was, who he fought? Even when he lost. How do you know how good Lennox Lewis was, who he fought? How do you know how good Floyd Mayweather was, based on who he fought? He fought some hell of a competition. I don't know none of these guys. I know Gamboa. I know Lil Santa Cruz. He ain't on Tank level. And Mario Barrios, I ain't never heard of the niggas. To be honest with you, Mario Barrios, Shelton, my main man, my brother Shelton had to tell me about this guy. I didn't know who this guy was. And Roland Romero, I know who he is from Instagram. He's a hell of a troll. Until Tank Davis, you know what's going to show me what Tank Davis is made of? I'm going to tell you right now. Hold on now. Let's look at the top. Let's look at WBC. This is what's going to show me what Tank is made of. Because I believe Tank could beat any of these guys, myself. But my belief is not actual facts. You want to know why? Because there won't be actual facts until I can physically see it. Believing is one thing. Knowing is another. I saw this fight last night too, the Bridgerweight fight. I was going to talk about that, but let's go to the lightweights. Tank is established at 135 right now, right? That's Devin Haney. Until Tank fight this guy, he's going to fight. No, he ain't fought Jojo. I think Tank will beat Jojo Diaz. I ain't going to lie. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm just going to be honest with you, dog. I really beat him. But what I believe it or not is irrelevant until they fight. These are the top guys in the lightweight division. Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, Vasily Lomachenko. We ain't going to count Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is an Instagram model now, guys. He's an Instagram model, so we're not going to count him. Jorge Linares, Richard Comey, Javier Fortuna. Hell, even Nakatani. George Campos. These top 10 guys, this is going to tell me who Tank Davis really is. These top 10 guys. 11, 12, 13. These 13 guys right here. He don't even have to fight all of them. If he fight Devin Haney, that's going to tell me what Tank got. If he fight Teofimo, that's going to tell me who Tank is. Even if he fight Jojo Diaz, which I think Tank would fight him, that's going to tell me who he is. I think he'll beat Jojo Diaz myself. If he fights Vasily Lomachenko, that's going to tell me a lot. If he fights Jorge Linares, that'll tell me a lot too. If he fights Richard Comey, that's going to tell me a lot. If he fights Javier Fortuna, that's going to tell me a lot. Nakatani, that's going to tell me a lot. Now, based on this resume here, this don't tell me a damn thing about Tank Davis. Just being honest with you. When he fight these guys, now we're going to know what time it is. But until then, Tank's still my guy. I still got love for Tank. But if you love a fighter and this guy's as good as you say he is, you're going to want to see him fight these top guys. Teofimo is going to fight George Kambosos, and I can guarantee you guys he's going to fight Vasily Lomachenko next. Jay Miller says I missed his super chat. Well, where is that? Nah, okay. Shout out to Jay Miller.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, I never said that Nello hasn't fought anyone who isn't great, but I can't say he's 20 times better when he hasn't fought anyone on an elite level since. Okay, so it wasn't Toon that said it, it was you that said it. So Toon, the apology I said still stands. You never said Canelo didn't fight anybody, it was Jay Miller. 20 times better, I was really like being more facetious, you know, to be honest with you. Because I really don't have anything, nothing. I was just trying to express, it was a figure of speech, 20 times better. I was expressing how much better Canelo is now versus when he fought Floyd Mayweather. That's all I was stressing. He's a whole lot better now than he was then. That's what I mean by that. It was a figure of speech. It was a figure of speech. He said, nice, coach, late to the party. Salute to the entire chat. Yeah, man, shout out to my brother, Shelton. It was a figure of speech on Jay Miller, to be honest with you, fam. Toon says, Triple G been ducking Laura and Charlo. Wrong person. Watch the replay. Jay Miller says, you're right. We don't know how good, yeah, listen, you know, it's a lot of people that, they say Triple G been ducking. He ain't fought Laura. He ain't fought Charlo. He did now, to be fair, he did give us Canelo. He fought Canelo. He fought Daniel Jacobs. Now, I thought he lost that fight to him, to be honest with you. I seen that fight. I was going to say 3 times, but that's a lie. I saw it twice. I thought he lost that fight. Bro. And I thought he beat Canelo in the first fight. Just being honest with you. He said, Kovalev was a great fight for War, but not Canelo. By the time Canelo got to Kovalev, he wasn't the same fighter anymore. To be fair. Tommy Hill says, Vasily Lomachenko was another fighter that did you want to say Tank David. No, Lomachenko, Lomachenko don't fault the top guys. He fought the top guys now. Listen, can't take that from Lomachenko. He fought the top guys, dog. You can look at Lomachenko's resume, and he's only had 16 fights, and you can look at Lomachenko's resume. Lomachenko's had 17 fights, and you can look at Tank Davis's resume, and you can look at Teofimo Lopez's resume, and I'm gonna tell you something. Lomachenko, Teofimo got the best resumes in the lightweight division. Now we can go over here to Devin Haney. We can go to Devin Haney now. We can go to Devin Haney, and the argument can be made for Devin Haney. You know, Devin Haney ain't fought nobody. He ain't fought nobody, dog. I got to call it like I said. I like Devin Haney, but he ain't fought nobody. Now, he fought Jorge Linares. He did that. Gamboa is not the same Gamboa who fought Crawford in 2014. He's a name on the resume, but that's about it. I'm just being honest with you guys. That's why everybody want to fight him, because they want his name on the resume. Same reason why Errol Spence and Crawford and all these other guys, well, to be fair, Crawford been trying to fight Manny Pacquiao for a long time. But outside of that, but the same reason why the top welterweights wanted to fight Manny Pacquiao, because he was older and get that name on your resume. Now, Ugas got Manny Pacquiao's name on his resume, right? But Devin Haney ain't really fought nobody. But this is why I said, now, if Devin Haney beats Jojo Diaz, these same guys like Teofimo Lopez and Teofimo Lopez Senior, who say, Devin Haney, but you ain't fought nobody. You fight nobody. Okay, if he ain't fought nobody, if Devin Haney beats Jojo Diaz, will Teofimo Senior give him credit for beating Jojo Diaz? Arthur Hawkins says, Coach, if Loma fights Lopez again, I'm going with Loma. He said Triple G got gifted against should have been a draw versus. No, Triple G should have lost that fight. Triple G should have lost that fight. It should have been no draw run. He lost that fight, dog. You know that man lost that fight. Now, Julian says you can't fight somebody if they don't want to fight you. You're right about that. That is true. If Ryan Garcia pulled out of the fight to fight Devin Haney. Javier Fortuna didn't want to fight Devin Haney. Jojo Diaz didn't back out of the fight to fight Devin Haney because he said that he was getting paid more money to fight Ryan Garcia. Now, since Ryan Garcia pulled out of that fight because he heard it broke his hand, I heard he broke it down taking a selfie on Instagram, and but that's neither here nor there. But now Jojo Diaz and Devin Haney is going to fight each other. So this is why I say, Julian, this is why I say, if Haney beats Jojo Diaz, will they give him credit? If Haney beats Jojo Diaz, Julian, will they give him credit? This is for the guys who say that I'm gonna give you this. Devin Haney ain't fought nobody. I'm gonna give you that. He ain't fought nobody. I'm gonna give you that. Now, do you consider Jojo Diaz as somebody? Tune says he fought Lalades. I give him that. Yeah, I gotta give him that too. But this is what I'm saying. If he beats Jojo Diaz, will you give Devin Haney his props and say, well, he beat Jojo Diaz? Will you say that's somebody? Easy Dime says yes, because Jojo was the champion. Okay, cool. Pablo says yes, I give him tremendous credit if he beat Jojo. That's all I'm saying. We gotta be fair. Hey, coach, why are we not talking about Ugas? Oh my God, why are we not talking about Ugas Wade, bro? I have no idea, bro. That's a good question. That's a good question. Why are we not talking about Ugas? That's a good question, Wayne. And the answer to that is I have no idea. I'll talk about him. I'll talk about Ugas when he get a fight coming up. He beat Manny Pacquiao. I think I talked about it enough, but I don't know. Oh, y'all been Ugas with the WBA. I need to address that too. But let me do a little bit more research on it, Wayne, before I do. Let's see. Jojo decent, but he ain't Tio. Okay, but who is Tio? You see what I'm saying? Now we're back to hell, how many Tios it is? Let me see. I think Davis and Tio got similar styles, I think. But Ivan Soto, he said, nah, Jojo was an Olympian former champ, still in his prime, moved up to 135. It's a good fight against Haney. Okay, so you'll give him credit for that. Okay, that's good. Easy Downs, what you say, fam? You say Ugas getting blackballed. Okay. Ray B says, you think Diaz is the same status or above on Barrios? Yeah. Now I think Jojo Diaz is above on Mario Barrios. I do. I think Jojo Diaz is above that. And again, it's my opinion. That's my opinion. I think Jojo Diaz is above Mario Barrios. He said, here we go. Haney. Is Haney the goods or if Jojo gets mollywop? Yeah, listen, this is all I'm saying now, because Ron, I know where this is going at. If Devin Haney whitewashes Jojo Diaz or beats him, I'm telling you what's going to be said. Oh, he ain't fought nobody. That's what they're going to say. I already know what they're going to say. Burt Wood says, Fury is the great white hope. Say it. Yeah. Okay. It's your opinion. Okay. You said he's a great white hope. You might have some validity to that to a lot of Fury fanboys. But it's subjective to you as well. Bon Scott says Tio is someone that thinks Taylor is going to put his titles on the line at the catchweight. Yeah, no. If Tio want to fight Josh Taylor, he want to move up to 140. Period. Julian says boys just sleeping on Jojo. He's been around. Yeah, but listen. Jojo Diaz can fight. Jojo Diaz can fight, bro. And in my opinion, Julian, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the only way he beats Devin Haney, he's gonna have to make it a dog fight. And they say Devin Haney can't punch, so he should better just go up in there. You know what I mean? Use your brains, of course, but yeah, make it a dog fight and bring it up out of him. He said JoJo's battle test and he has a son now, so he's a more dangerous fighter fighting for his son. Bro, it's going to be a hell of a fight, man. He said, Coach, you need to do a tier list of every weight class. Then we can compare the level and quality of the fighter. Yeah, that's a damn good, hey, Easy Dimes. Boy, let me do this. This is what I did. I just screenshotted what you just said. That's Tune says, What you say to him? He said Haney just need to fight Loma, period. No, it ain't. No, but Tune, there's other good fighters he can fight as well, though. You see what I'm saying? It ain't just Lomachenko. It ain't just Lomachenko. It's he has like, you know, Teofimo Lopez. He has Tank Davis now. He has Javier Fortuna. You know what I mean? There's other fighters that he can fight. You know, that's other fighters that Haney can fight. 135. Listen, this is, you guys know my motto. If you've been watching me long enough, you know my motto. All the top fighters should be fighting each other. We're not gonna do, we ain't gonna put them in no protective custody. We ain't gonna do what some of these Tyson Fury fanboys do, or even Canelo fanboys do, or even Wilder fanboys do, or any of those type fanboys, Crawford fanboys, who else? Errol Spence fanboys, Tank Davis fanboys. We're not gonna do what any of these fanboys do. Nah, you know, he don't deserve to fight my fighter. He need to go fight this guy before he fight my fighter. But you allow your fighter to fight tomato cans. No, we don't do that over here. We don't do it. Listen, this is not the protective custody channel. This is why I hate fanboys. This is not the protective custody channel. If your fighter is as good as you say he is, he need to be fighting the top guys. Everybody need to fight everybody. That's my motto. That's the era that I come from. I'm cut from that old school cloth where Marvin Hagler fought everybody. Roy Jones fought everybody. Sugar Ray Robinson. Well, I wasn't born in Sugar Ray Robinson days, but you know, Pernell Whitaker fought everybody. Mike Tyson fought everybody, even though he lost all his big matches, the big ones, but he fought them. Lennox Lewis fought everybody. Larry Holmes, you know, Julio Cesar Chavez, Julian Jackson. You know, the list goes on and on and on. I can just keep going. That's the era I come from. This era of casual fans and fanboys, they come from the protective custody era. I'm not cut from that cloth, dog. I'm not cut from that cloth. And then the fanboys get mad at the boxing fans like me, real boxing fans. They'll get mad at me because I don't want to conform to their way of thinking about the sport of boxing. No, it don't work that way. We don't cap for no fighters over here. I ain't capping for Tank Davis. I ain't capping for Terrence Crawford. I'm not capping for Errol Spence. I'm not capping for Bruce Ennis. I'm not capping for Virgil Ortiz, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder. If your fighter is as good as you say he is, they need to be fighting each other. It ain't gonna be no, oh, well, you don't deserve to fight him, and you got to go around here and you got to go fight the Uber driver first, and then holler at the Pizza Hut delivery guy. My fighter don't need to be fighting these other top guys. They don't deserve it. No, we don't do that over here. We don't do that over here. If that's what you're looking for, I always tell the fanboys, please unsubscribe and go to another channel. Don't want you over here, don't like it, can't stand you. Just go to another channel. That's my motto. That's the cloth I'm cut from. These guys who just started watching boxing 5 and 6 and 7 years ago, no, we ain't done. No. We ain't got nothing in common when it comes to the sport of boxing. Nah, he said, preach, coach. I'm from that same era. Yeah, man, we ain't doing that. He said, you missed Crawford. You was not listening. You was not listening. Everybody in this chat heard me say Crawford. You was not listening. Probably because you didn't want to listen. But that's okay. I get it. He said, preach, coach. I'm from the same era. Easy Don said facts. He said Tank is fighting a 14-0 guy who started boxing when he was 18 years old. And his promoters said a undisputed fighter and Taylor brings nothing to the table. Yeah, I'm done. Yeah. When they go to talking crazy like that, you know, when they go to talking crazy like that, that's something else. When they go to talking crazy like that, Leonard Ellaby is tripping. This is Leonard Ellaby has Tank Davis in protective custody, and he's saying that I do not want my fighter to fight Josh Taylor at 140. That's fine. Tank Davis is at 135. Tank Davis should be fighting the other killers at 135. Tank Davis should be fighting the other killers at 135. Period. Devin Haney should be fighting the other killers at 135. Jojo Diaz should be fighting. Listen, my channel is all about the best fighters fighting the best fighters. That's it. We don't do protective custody over here. We don't do protective custody. We don't do that over here. This is not the protective custody boxing channel. This is New Media Today USA Boxing. Well, boxing really matters. That's my logo. That's my saying in my logo. In the New Media Today USA Boxing. Well, boxing really matters. It's not the protective custody boxing channel. We don't do that over here, right? I want to know if my favorite fighter is the best fighter in the world. I want to see Terrence Crawford fight Sean Porter. I want to see Terrence Crawford fight Errol Spence. I want to see Sean Porter fight. I can't bring up Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman don't box anymore. He's been retired for 2.5 years, so we can't even bring up Keith Thurman. I want to see those fights. Because if I believe in that fighter the way I say I believe in him, the only way I'm going to know how good he is, he's going to have to fight those guys. I'm not going to sit back and say, well, oh, man, you know, well, my fighter did the heavy lifting. He did the heavy lifting, dog, and he got 2 belts. This guy only got 1 belt, and he don't deserve to fight. This is fanboy talk. This is what the fanboys say. Oh, you know, well, my fighter did the heavy lifting, man. You know, he got 2 belts, and you on the wrong side of the street. Not street. You're on the wrong side of the street. You see what I'm saying? And he got to come on the other side of the street to fight my fighter. And then when he come on the other side of the street, he got to fight this guy, that guy, and that guy before we even consider him getting in the ring with my fighter. This is fanboy talk. And this is why I hate fanboys. He said, oh, Keith on the shelf, waiting to be cast out. Yeah, man. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, we ain't doing that over here. He said, real dude, he said, I'm tired of them fighting plumbers and janitors. Same man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Plumbers and janitors and Uber drivers. I don't fault all the Uber drivers myself. I'm undisputed. I'm the undisputed Uber driver champion of the world. I showed y'all my belts yesterday. I got the WBC, the WBO. I got the WBC, the WBO, the IBO, the WBA, and the IBO. I am the undisputed, I am the undisputed what it is, Amazon Prime delivery driver champion. I don't beat all the taxi cab drivers, the Uber drivers. We don't need these fighters. I don't took care of that for them already. We ain't doing that. All that protective custody. These dudes make me sick. All these dudes. Boy, listen, ain't nobody on YouTube hate a fanboy more than me. Nobody. Boy, I'm telling you, I can't stand them, dog. Because fanboys, because I love boxing more than I love a particular fighter, fanboys will keep big fights from happening. Fanboys make excuses and they're getting away. No, you don't need to be fighting him. You don't need to, but he's the #1 contender. He's next in line to fight the belt. Yeah, it don't matter. He don't deserve it. Hold on, wait right there. I don't want you fighting. I don't want you fighting him. You know, that's what they do. And they go all around the YouTube universe saying that. Toon says, he said after this fight, Tank don't have a choice. Give Tank credit for Ryan. Ryan ducked him. I don't even know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about Ryan ducking Tank. I'm just being honest with you. I'm not saying that it's not true, but I don't know anything about it. I got to do some more research on it. Ryan ducked him, talking about some damn Pacquiao, then the other dude with the eye injury. Yeah, I don't know about that. Now, but I can agree that Ryan been ducking. Ryan been ducking. He said Hearns, Hagler, Duran, Leonard all got to be great because they fought each other. Facts. In this era of boxing, you don't have to fight everybody. They said you the greatest. Bro, listen. This is a true story. This is a true story. Well, I'm gonna drop this and we're gonna wrap it up. He said, all right, man, I'm a fangirl of AJ, Keith Thurman and Andrade, but I won't lose my integrity for them. I'm not getting paid by them or sleeping with them. So I won't lie for him. I just want some objectivity. That's all. I just want some objectivity. He says, "You got the Uber champ belt, coach? Yeah, I got all of them. You seen them? I'm undisputed. I'm undisputed when it comes to beating bums and Uber drivers and Amazon Prime workers. I'm undisputed, dog. Undisputed." He say, fanboy's favorite line, but who is he fought? Yeah. They say, who is he fought while ignoring the fact that they guy ain't fighting nobody. I'm going to give you a perfect example of a fanboy. Tyson Fury fought Deontay Wilder 3 times. 3 times. He beat Vladimir Klitschko in 2015, right? In a 12-round snooze fest, but he beat him. Tyson Fury is the #1 heavyweight. I like Tyson Fury as the #1 heavyweight. Am I a fanboy or fan of Tyson Fury? Not outside of the ring, no. Inside of the ring, I am. I am a fan of Tyson Fury inside of the ring. I am a fan of all of the boxers inside of the ring. Let's make that clear. If you are a fighter and you're fighting inside of the ring, I am a fan of you because I love the sport of boxing more than I love an individual fighter. And boxing thrives as long as we see great fights. But let's not get carried away. Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder for the 2nd time. Based on that fight alone, I'm hearing Tyson Fury fanboys say that Tyson Fury is the greatest fighter of all time. They saying he's top 5 pound for pound in the history of boxing over any other heavyweights in the heavyweight division. And I'm like, how in the hell? We just gonna agree to disagree on that. And I showed that, and I showed that. Is he #1 heavyweight? Yes, he is. But this top 5 dead or alive? Hell no. Based on what? Well, he beat Wilder twice. He beat one fighter twice. This is the era that we're living in right now, guys. This is the era that we're living in right now. I'm going to do a whole show, and I'm going to just show receipts on top of receipts, 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 on top of receipts. I'm going to do a whole show bodying them. Fanboys, beware. You do not want to come on this show that day. He said, bro, you literally just said what I just said, coach. Fought one man 3 times, beat him twice, and he the best fighter in the history of boxing. And he's the best of this era. And I just simply said, the only way you can be known as the best fighter of this era, you will have to fight all of the fighters in your era. Oh man, you hating. You hating. I'm gonna unsubscribe. Nigga, bye. Didn't want you over here anyways. Because I don't agree with that bullshit. You hating. You hating. How the hell I'm hating? I showed you a list of fighters: Ali, Larry Holmes, Lennox Lewis, Mike Tyson, Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Robinson, Hearns, Julio Cesar Chavez, let's see, Oscar De La Hoya, Bernard Hopkins, James Toney. I showed you a plethora of fighters. And the reason why we say these fighters are the greats, because they fought all of the #1 contenders. They fought all of the other champions. They didn't fight no one goddamn fighter 2 times or 3 times and fight another fighter. They didn't have 2 fights with 2 great guys. One guy's a Hall of Famer. One guy's a Hall of Famer with Vladimir Klitschko and Deontay Wilder. We fought 3 times, and then they became all-time greats. No, they fought all of the top fighters. Fanboys don't understand this. This is why I hate you, fanboys, with a passion. I really do. Hate you. I don't like you. Don't like you. Please, if you're a fanboy, just go look in the mirror and slap yourself. Don't know shit about boxing. Don't know nothing about boxing. Just fanboy juices everywhere all over the internet. And I can't stand it. But anyways, we're going to wrap this up, guys, because we're going to get ready for the show. Listen, we're going live to watch this fight with Shakur Stevenson and Jamel Herring. You know, I appreciate everybody here. We're going to give everybody a round of applause. And I'm going to give everybody a shout out. OJ the Jew Man style. OJ the Jew Man style. You know, we're going to do that. Shout out to Bon Scott.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Jamie Nieto.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Zadis Buchanan.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Tommy Hill.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Graham Taylor.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to the Queen Bless 365 who was here earlier.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Damian Bennett.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Burt Wood.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to my young brother Toon. What's up, brother?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Julian. What's happening?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to my brother Big Ronald Finkley, and shout out to UGC Flame.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to my big brother. Shelton Moore, man, out there in LA. West Side.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Arm.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Zadis Buchanan. What's happening?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Burt Wood. Shout out to Charles Stevens.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Jay Miller. What's happening, bro? Shout out to Bon Scott. Shout out to Akon in the building.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Graham Taylor. Shout out to Easy Dimes, Easy Design.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Mad Dog H.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to my brother Charlo.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Graham Taylor once again. Shout out to shout out to Loke. What up, Loke?
Hey, okay.
Let's see. Shout out to Real Dude Uprising.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Ray B in the building.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Charles Stevens.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Melvin Everett.
Hey, okay.
Let's see. As a matter of fact, let's do this. Let's do this. I want to show you guys this. Bear with me one moment, guys. Bear with the old boy one moment. Bear with me one moment, guys. Let's do this. I want to drop the link for the show tonight. I'm gonna drop the link for the show tonight, guys. We're going live at 7:30. Well, I don't say 7:30. I say 7:30. Going live at 7:30. 7:30, guys. We're going live. You feel me? Let's see. Let me see. Can I put this on here for you guys? As a matter of fact, I'm about to go over here. Let's go to the stream because it ain't coming up. It ain't coming up. Bear with the old boy. Bear with the old boy. I'm gonna drop the link for you guys. Got the show tonight, man. Got the show tonight, man. Show tonight. Jamel Herring, Shakur Stevenson. Now the main event is not gonna be till 10:30, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm just going on a little early. I'm going on a little early, guys. Here go the link right here. Here go the link right here. I'm going on a little early, and I'm gonna pin it to the top so you guys can get to it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. That's the link right there, guys. That's the link right there. And we're gonna pin it to the top. We're gonna pin it to the top. The link is pinned to the top. All right, let's go ahead. Shout out to Melvin Everett.
Hey, okay.
Real Dude Uprising. What's happening?
Hey, okay.
King K.O.
Hey, okay.
Let's see what we got, man. James Burrell.
Hey, okay.
Jay Miller. What's happening?
Hey, okay.
Javon Soto.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to the Queen Arlette.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to the Queen Lisa Bales.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to George H.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to who else we got? John Smith. What's happening, bro?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Dr. Smith X.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Jamie Nieto.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to who else we have? Louis James. What's up, my brother?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to who else we got? Shane, man, Shane. I really appreciate the support, brother. Shane dropped that. Shane had dropped that. Hundo on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Shane did that. Dropped the hundo on your boy, man. I really appreciate that, fam. Shout out to Bon Scott. Shout out to Peter Von Arts. What's going on, fam?
Hey, okay.
Jay Miller, what's going on? Baltimore's in the house. Shout out to them boys in B-More, man. Boy, B-More in, oh my God, B-More, them dudes in B-More, that DMV area. It's rough. It's rough in that area, boy. You better know how to move when you go through there, boy.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Shane once again. Shout out to John McSmith. What's going on, my brother?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Wayne Love. What's going on, fam? Peter Von Arts, the Queen Lisa Bales. James Burrell.
Hey, okay.
Billy Kidman. What's happening, bro? Let's see what we have. Jamar Stafford.
Hey, okay.
What's happening, man? Yeah, man. You know how we do it, man. Shout out to the boys in Texas. That's how the boys in Texas talk. Yeah, man. You know, and the boys in Tennessee too.
Hey, okay.
So down here in Florida, I'm old fast talking country ass. You know what I mean?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to now I'm trying to teach y'all how to speak that Florida twang. You know what I mean? That Florida slang twang. You know, that old country southern. You know what I mean? Everybody don't talk fast like me. I talk fast. Got it from my mama, Betty Jean. I got it honestly. Shout out to my brother Retro Boss in the documentaries.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Arm.
Hey, okay.
Arm, leg, arm, head. Allah. That's how we should say it in the Nation of Islam. Arm, leg, arm, head is Allah. A-double-L, A-double-L. You know, you get what I'm saying. Let's see. Shout out to Bon Scott. Shout out to Billy Kidman. Shout out to Easy Designs. The old boy got to get something to eat. Shout out to Andy Rubio, working overtime. Shout out to Bon Scott. Shout out to Javon Soto. Shout out to Arthur Hawkins. What's going on, fam? Shout out to the Queen Bless. I thought she was gone. Shout out to the Queen Bless 365. Shout out to Zadis Buchanan.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, keep killing them, coach. Secure by unanimous decision. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of think so too. Bro, you know, I hate this fight, bro. I swear I hate this fight. You know, you have two dudes who you really, really like fighting each other. Like, damn, dog, gotta go against somebody. I got Secure beating Jamel Herring, man, but I won't be mad at Jamel beating him. You know what I mean? He gotta make it a dog fight, though. Gotta make it a dog fight. Shout out to hey, 365 say very fast. Yeah. Shout out to, I think that's it. I think I got everybody, man. I think I got everybody. Other than that, that's it. It's the boy Coach Malachi Williams signing out for New Media Today USA Boxing. Listen, guys, I dropped the link in the description below. We going live for the Jamel Herring fight. I'm just going on early because I just want to rock out with you guys. We're going to talk about other fights. We're going to talk about we'll talk about Ugas. We'll talk about some other fights that's coming up as well, leading up into the fight. And we're going to go over the undercards. They're going to have some undercard matches as well. In Atlanta, Georgia, man. See you guys there, man. Don't meet me there, beat me there. If you can't make it, don't worry about it, guys. I just appreciate you guys taking the time out to rock with me. Shout out to everybody on Facebook. Shout out to everybody on Facebook. Shout out to everybody on Twitter. And I've been telling you guys forever, we got the podcast dropping, and I ain't dropped it yet. That's on me. I haven't done it yet. I'm going to do it. I promise you guys. Puerto Rican Rom, salute to you, fam. And shoot, let me see something. I got Jamel. You know, man, I'm going for Jamel, man. I gotta go for the old dude. I gotta go for the old dude. I love Secure. That's my guy, man. He's my favorite fighter. One of my favorite young fighters. Him, Tank. You know, Devin, the Teofimo, all them young whippersnappers. But man, some of these young whippersnappers, they got to be put in place. And I'm going for the old coon, Jamel. I'm switching out on my pick. I got Secure beating him, you know, unanimous decision. But I'm going with Jamel, man. I'm going against the grain, though. I got to go with the old guy on this, though. If I lose, the hell with it. I ain't betting nothing now. But if I lose with it, so be it. And salute, man, to the lady Shan, man. Get better, sis. Other than that, this is boy Coach Malachi Williams signing out. New Media Today USA Boxing. I'm gonna holler at you guys. Listen, man, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. Don't meet me there, beat me there, man. Merchandise, New Media Today USA, boxing.store. Click the link in the description below. And I'll see you guys later on, man. I'm finna get something to eat. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.